You BXJ, knowledge born. Shout it out. Blocko, I got a story to tell you, heard? Let's let a few people get up in the building real quick before we bring our distinguished guest up and all of that. Word. See what's going on real quick, yo. TG, shout it out, homie TGK. Hey, yo, I need some music, bruh. I need some music, Brody. Let me get that music so we can promote that shit, you heard? Word, salute, salute. Let's let a couple more people get up in the building before we kick things off. Yeah, that's a fact, TGK. I need that. I need some music, homie. That's a whole fact. Word. Make sure I ain't got no echoes and all of that. Who in the building? Who in the building? Let's give it a couple minutes. Let's give it a couple minutes. We gonna kick things off in a couple minutes. Yeah, do that. Hit me ASAP. Hit me ASAP, Lord. I need that for real. Hit me ASAP. That's a fact. Let's get a couple more people up in the building. And we go see what the festivities looking like. You heard? Couple more people up in the building. See what the festivities looking like. I got my guest back there. My guest back there, he already ready. He on point. He looking dapper. He looking sharp and all of that. Yeah, he got the fresh body this morning and all of that good stuff right there. Yeah. Hey, let's get some people up in here real quick. DC, shout it out. DC, bring the team out. Bring the team out, Brody, so we can get this thing started. My son said he watching from the job. I appreciate you, my G. Appreciate you showing that love. That's a fact. Appreciate that. Let me hit my son real quick. Let me hit my son real quick. Yeah, we got DC in the building. DC, we just wait for a couple more people to pull up. Couple more people pull up, and we gonna get this started. Yeah, we gonna get this started in just a few seconds. See what's going on. I need that I need them supporters. Our special guest, he be supporting everybody. We need people to pull up, support the guests, you heard? Right. Cause my son be in everybody check, getting everybody love. I see you, DC. I see you in the building, DC. Word. I see you in the building, my G. See who else we get up in this building real quick. See what else we get up in here real quick. All right, bang. There we go right there. All right, let's see where we at. Hey, my guest back there, just give us about 5, 10 more minutes, my guest, and then we gonna start regardless. All right, I see you shaking your head back there in signs of agreement. Agreement. That's what's up. Hold on, me do that real quick. Y'all hold on real quick, good people. Hold on, good people. Let's see what's going on. There it go right there. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let's see. All right, bang, got that one. Hold on. Mic checks and all that good shit. Make sure that we clear and all that. Make sure the audio is right and all that. Make sure the resolution, like my man Knowledge Born put me on. Make sure the resolution and all that, like So Devon put me on. Just make sure everything goody. Uh, get my G right here. Nah, read. Nah, nah. Nah, nah. There go my boo boo right. Yeah, I didn't get back on his camera. Hey, how you doing, Nari? What's goody with you? Nari, I heard you got a like Compatelli. You got a mean foot on that pedal. Like Compatelli. You be driving all brazy and all that. Like Compa told on you. Yeah, Compa told on you. This is what DC talking about. I ran into an old head from Staten Island that said, "You official." I said, "We know that." You better tell him, DC. You better tell him, DC. What they talking about? We already know what's popping, right? Hey, mm. You know what? Without further ado, let's see what time it is, right? It's 10:06. 10:08, I'm popping off. Without further ado, at 10:08, we go introduce our guest right here, right? Now, Reed, that's a good looking picture you got too there. Now, Reed, that's a new pic right there. That's something new right there. I like that. Hey, I see you. Mm-hmm. I see you now, Reed, with the beautiful pics and all of that. I ain't putting up grabbing this shit. Nah, nah, Reed. Nah, Reed. Like Compatelli. You got a like Compatelli. You got a lead foot. Word, like Compatelli. You got a lead foot. One more minute, we go pop off. Word, like Compatelli. You be driving through the city, shifting gears, like you what's the chick? Daisy Duke and all that from Dukes of Hazzard. Like Compatelli. Yep. He told on you, nah. Word. One more minute, we about to pop off, good people. One more minute, we about to pop off, good people. Introduce our guests, because my son been holding everybody down for a minute from 050, the dog side, everything. Glico, he been holding them down for a minute. Me, Blanco, he been holding me down since the day when I popped out, right? Who else? Smitty Brim, he been holding Smitty Brim down since day one. Who else? 10 toes down, he been holding 10 toes down since day one. You understand me? But at the whole time, y'all never know who's in your chat. You never know who's in your chat. That's why I got no problem finding out the people that rock with me. And if they got an interesting story, I'd be like, oh shit, son got a story to tell. We need to talk about that. And me and my guests, we've been lining this up since last year. It just took a little minute to get here. You know, son been going through mama love issues, family issues, seed issues, working and all of that. You know what I mean? But we here now. We here now. All right, without further ado, let me introduce my guest before I bring him up. Let me give him a little introduction and all of that, right? I just said he'd be supporting everybody, but we ain't worried about the supporting everybody, right? We worried about an entrepreneur, right? A family man, right? A man that had his ups and had his downs, no freaky, right? But he found a way to finagle and manage through all of that and come out the winner, come out victorious and all of that, right? From being born in Flatbush, little stint out in QU and all of that, Rikers Island up north to the man he is now, doing his own thing, doing his 1-2, being a successful, productive member of society. Without further ado, good people, I bring to you one of the Haitian generals. You heard Sac Passe, Nabule, and all of that good shit, right? One of the Haitian generals, right? Big supporter, good people, give it up for Double R. That's my G right there. Give it
Oh
up for
my
Mr. Double
God,
R, the
what an
Haitian general.
introduction, man, for nobody like me.
Yeah.
My goodness. Thank you. Thank
Nah.
you,
We
sir.
gotta get it right, Double
Thank
R. We
you.
gotta get it
Thank
right,
you, sir. I
Double R.
appreciate
But
that.
before we jump into this interview real quick, you want to give any shout outs? You want to salute your peoples out? You want to say
Oh man,
anything?
shout out to the chat. Shout out to Navi. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole motherfucking chat. King of Receipts. Shout out to man, we can go back and forth. Shout out to the movement, the entire movement, the whole fucking movement family, everybody who supports the movement. Shout out to Blow Dollars Network, Cosmology
Smitty
Bay,
Brim,
Mac Main
Cosmology
Entertainment.
Bay,
You heard?
Mac
Wax
Main,
Dog, 10
Wax
Toes
Dog,
Down, Jamel
10 Tiggity,
Saladin,
Saladin,
yeah, Artist Morrison. We can go back and forth.
AR, word,
Everybody. I don't
Artie,
have no ops. They have ops. I'm just here to be entertained. That's what I pull up. I like to see people win. I like to see my people win. Those are my people. They look just like me. That's how I feel when I'm in the chat. Everybody in the chat is not a troll. Some of us are serious. Most of us are serious. Most of us are working people, regular people. You know, I know sometimes the content creator, they be like, damn, this motherfucker's still in my chat. They work. Even if they don't work, so fucking what? You know, they're here to support you.
But then you know, like my man DC said, a lot of people be watching from work. Like DC at work right now, he pulled up.
90%. 90%. 90% of those people not gonna waste their time to support you. And they're not great people. Those are great people in the chat. I like being in the chat. I don't want to be on nobody's panel. I'm only here because you asked me to be here. I'm nobody.
You the type of dude, homie. You the type of dude. Let's say you had millions and millions of dollars. Instead of being in the box seats at the Knicks game or something like that, you would be right down there.
I'll be in the crowd with the people. I like to be.
You don't even want to be up front with all the all-stars. You want to be where the regular people at, like in the middle rows and all that good shit.
I'm an introvert. I like to be quiet.
That's funny you said that, because this right here, when I do this online shit,
this all the socializing.
It's an alter ego, because really behind the scenes, I'm an introvert as well behind the scenes. Word.
Right, sir. I don't have any friends. Nobody ever comes to see me. This is all the socializing that I do right here. And I don't pretend to be somebody else. I'm me. I'm just double R. I'm Nate. You know, I don't try to be no hardcore nigga.
All right. So let's dig it. We go do like my man Compa say. We go walk slow and talk low on this one right here. We go back all the way up, right? So what's your age, God?
Me, I'm 50. I turned 50 in August.
August what?
You and I are the same age. We was born the same year. You was born in September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in August. Yup.
You a Virgo?
73. I'm a Virgo. Yup. I'm a Virgo.
That's why I fucks with my son right there. That's why I fucks with my son. You're a month older than me though, but that's why I fucks with my son. Word. Big cat in the building.
Kings County Hospital, 73.
All right, so slow it down right there. All right, to everybody in the chat, I'm gonna be checking the chat out, right? But right now, y'all just type and do what y'all do. The people that's in here, I'm gonna get focused on this interview. So
shout out to Harlem Legend.
Shout it out.
So many people, man. So many great people. All the motherfuckers are great.
Word.
Every last one of them. The Nile River. All of them. Blocko.
Virgo World. Word.
All of them.
Kenny Walker.
We don't have hold on. We support Hoodies Up. We support everybody. Shout out to the entire chat, all the people that be in the chat, man. Salute to y'all.
Hold on real quick, though.
That make the motherfucking content creators pop.
Say that again.
They share the
Say that again.
They motivate.
Say that again.
It's the chat
who make the content?
Pop. Right. We ain't shit without them, but they need our energy. You know what I'm saying? That positive energy, man, they make a motherfucker produce some work. You know?
That's a fact. All right, hold on, though. Time out. We gonna get off all of that. We got to get into the interview. So we already know 1973, August 1973. You had both your parents?
Yes, sir. I had my mom and dad at the beginning. They were together. They were Haitian immigrants. They came here. They met in the 60s in Brooklyn.
They met when they got here. They met.
Right. My mom's pops, he came over here first. He's a carpenter. R.I.P. to him. And he brought his kids here. After he came here, he made something out of himself. That's what they do. They'll come and then they'll reach back and bring their kids or bring as many motherfuckers as they can back. You know,
that's a
all
fact.
Immigrants from everywhere. That's how this country was built.
So you first generation out of your family.
Yes, sir. I'm first generation. Me and my cousins are first generation. Yup. First generation.
All right, so you saying you was born and raised in Flatbush at the time. So Flatbush at this time in the 70s, that's a big West Indian. That's a big Caribbean background in the 70s.
Big West Indian, man, Panamanians. We had Jamaican neighbors. I grew up around all kinds of people. You know.
So where you at in the bush, though? Where you at? You in Nostrand? You on Church?
Right
on Slide Ave? Where you
Flatbush and Nostrand.
Flatbush and Nostrand.
I believe the name of the school is 269. It was right down the block from where I lived at. Yeah. If that's the right
number.
You
went to 260. So you went to 269.
Yes, sir. I went to 269.
You got siblings?
Yep, I got 2 brothers, one younger and one older. My eldest brother, he stayed back in Brooklyn, and me and my little brother Sean, he was older. He's older than me, so he stayed with my pops, and me and my little brother, we moved forward to Queens with my mom's. She thought she was doing something by moving to Queens.
So your parents separate around the time of what age are you when your parents separate?
My mom and dad, they separated when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Because he was aggressive.
9, 10, 6.
He was aggressive, and she wasn't having that, so she bounced on him. I think I was like 3 or 4 years old when she left him. My little brother is with my stepdad. He's also a Haitian. He's also a Haitian immigrant as well.
All right. So when you land in Queens, where you land at when you land in Queens?
Rockaway Boulevard, 146 Rockaway Boulevard, Southside, Jamaica, Queens. That's where we moved.
146 Rockaway, Southside.
It was nice at first, you know. That's because the crack didn't hit yet.
Yeah, hold on, slow down. That's why I wanted we go slow it down. We go take this progression by progression, slow it down. So we like 3 years old. You and your little brother and my Dukes, you're out in Queens. Big brother, stayed.
No. Before we moved to Queens, I was older than 3 years old. They separated when I was 3 years old.
Oh,
that's what you asked me. You asked me when did they separate? My mom and my biological.
So you was 3 when they separated, but y'all still stayed in Brooklyn when y'all moved to Queens.
Yes, sir. We moved somewhere else in Brooklyn. I forget, it's in Canarsie somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. But my mom took me and my siblings to Canarsie. We stayed there for a little while, and then she met my step pops in maybe 84, like that.
All right, so hold on. I'm speedballing. So at the time when your parents separate, it's just you and mom's at the time. When your little brother not there yet.
My brother didn't bounce and stay with my dad until we moved to Queens, because we wanted to move to Queens. He didn't want to move to Queens. He wanted to stay in Brooklyn.
So all right, so that's why I'm asking you. At the time, it's just you and your big brother. Your little brother not born yet.
Yes, sir. My little brother was born, but he was just a baby.
Just a baby.
Stanley didn't want to move with us. He wanted to stay with my pops. He wanted to stay in Brooklyn and do his thing out there with my cousins and my family. So we in
Canarsie. We in Canarsie for a little while. What now? When do we get to Queens?
We get to Queens around. I was in like the 4th grade when we moved to Queens. We moved to Queens in the 80s, man. Maybe 85, 86, like that. It wasn't too long before the crack shit hit. It was like a year or 2 before it hit, because it hit hard in like 88. You know?
All right, but before it hit in 88, so we saying 85, 86, 87-ish, 85, 86, let's go right there. Right. What's the neighborhood like? It's still a clean neighborhood?
Was quiet. We was popping willies, me and all my friends, you know, just doing kid stuff. Riding Green Acres, me.
Green Acres, all right.
Me and all my friends, a bunch of us. Some of them people know, Lacey, one of them. Cash is another.
We talking about the big homie Lacey.
Know. Yes, sir. I know him. I grew up with him. His cousin Thomas. Almost a lot of people can tell. There's a lot of us. We would just pop willies and do kid stuff. Play skelly, play basketball.
That's what I'm about to ask you right there. So we had a normal childhood. You was into sports? Like football, basketball, boxing.
Yes, sir. I boxed. They played basketball and stuff, but I boxed and stuff.
I did it all. Word.
Right.
All right. So you had some discipline with you at a young age.
Yes, I did. I think that's what got me through too, because I was respectful and I knew how to defend myself. You know, so I didn't get into too much later on in life when I went in and out of prison. So it would be like, you'll go to a certain place and you're always gonna get tested. They'll call you out and you perform. I don't look like I know what I'm doing. You know, they think you're square, you're respectful and stuff. And they call you in the back. That's how it was before. I don't know about now. When you come in the dorm, they say, "Come to the back."
That's way up there. Let's back up still quick. All right, so bang, boxing. You got some discipline about you,
right?
Now, right now,
I like school. I love school. Love going to school. I was a straight A student. I was a nerd.
Say word.
Yeah, I was a nerd, man. I was a nerd. You know, the streets.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question before we jump off the stoop, jump off the porch, and get to the streets. Let me ask you this question. Being that you was in Brooklyn and you had your older brother, how did it feel now that you in Queens and you the older brother? Because it's just you and your little brother now.
It felt different.
How that feel?
It felt different, especially in school. You know, I had to step up. But I wasn't built like that at first. I was just a little kid. I was a nerd. I was soft. The streets changed me. And I believe, like they say, music doesn't influence us, but I think it does influence us. You know, it does influence a young mind. It makes them do things.
That's a whole fact.
This was when rap first kicked off. It was Rakim, and you'd hear the shit bumping. Niggas would ride by. The neighbors would play it loud. You see the drug dealers, they'll come by with fancy clothes and shit like that. And I believe that influenced me too, to go out there and want to be like them as a follower, as a young, you know. All
right, so what age we talking about when you jumping off the porch?
I was 14, just turning 15. 14. Yeah.
All right, so give me before we get right there, I'm gonna ask you two questions, but I'm gonna let you answer one first. Give me the setting, give me the scene of the town, give me the clothes niggas is wearing, the music niggas is listening to.
There was rocking
at that time, 14.
Big Daddy, 14, 15. Rakim just came out. That shit was crazy when it first came out. Because hip hop was fresh. It was break dancing and stuff like that. And Rakim, when he came out, it was just different. You know, Big Daddy
Kane used to break dance?
Huh? Yeah.
I didn't really know
what I was doing. That's not break dancing. That's trying to break dance. You know, you gotta really know what you're doing, man.
What about graffiti?
I used to try to break dance. I would try to pop and do the robot and all that shit. It's like any other kid. But
what about graffiti? I tried graffiti, but I wasn't nice at it.
Nah, I ain't good at all at graffiti.
Nah, me neither. Everybody was
doing that at the time too, graffiti. That was big in the Bronx too.
All right, so watch this. So around 14 right now, Rakim popping, niggas got their fila suits on.
Big Daddy Kane, niggas wearing fila.
Big Daddy Kane, niggas got the high top fades and all that good shit.
Cameos.
Well, so who's some of the heavy hitters? So who's some of the heavy hitters in Southside at the time, right before you jumping off the stoop? Some of the heavy hitters that's older than you. We gonna start with first. Fat Cat.
Yup, Fat Cat. Everybody know because people talk. So even the regular motherfuckers, the civilians, they get the news too. Because they go to the store and people tell them what's going on. The niggas getting killed. So it's Fat Cat.
So the whole Supreme team was popping.
The whole Supreme team, yeah, they was popping. He was home then. He went to jail around 87, maybe 85, 86, like that. He came home.
So what's it like? What's it like as a 14-year-old, 13-year-old kid, and you watching Fat Cat roll through the hood and something big and lavish? You watching Supreme roll through the hood.
Word, I wanted to be like them. I wanted to have what they had. Yup. Because all you see is the glamour. You don't see the death. You don't see the jail time. You don't see none of that. You just see the gloss. It's glittery. It's shiny. It's like gold, you know? And you want to be like them niggas. You want to dress like them and talk and walk like them. I think that the hip hop did that too. The hip hop influenced me a lot. But I wanted to be like,
I'll give you one better. Those are the cats that influence hip hop. So you got it strictly from the source. You see what I'm saying? You got it from the ground.
They wanted to be like the gangsters, and I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be like Rakim, the way they dress. You know.
You ever tried rapping when you was a kid?
Yeah, I tried. I ain't shit. It takes talent to rap, man. Everybody can't rap. You have to be born with it.
That's a fact. That's
develop it. It's a skill just like anything else.
So let me ask you this right here. We already know who the cats that's older than you that's popping at that time, around your age group. Even if they weren't popping at the time, I want to know the ones that was popping at the time that you saw. Oh, he about to be one of them niggas around your age group.
Bobo Just. A guy named
let's talk about Just, bro, because I know plenty of niggas that know Just. One of my niggas, Snoop, shout it out. One of my niggas, Beloved. His older brother was Beloved. And they used to rock with Justice and all that good shit. They always say Blackie was a good dude, yo. Like everybody respected Blackie. How you felt about Black, yo?
Black, that's Black Just.
You talking about different Just. You talking about Robo Just. Oh, you talking about the homie.
Right. Black Just is older than me. So I don't know him like that.
Yeah, Black Just ran the Supreme. That was Supreme little man.
I just know him by saying what's up to him and saluting him. I know him like from seeing him, but I don't have a personal relationship with him. I can't say that I know Just. I did not know Just.
All right, so let's get back to the homie.
Everybody else knew him. Huh?
R.I.P. Let's get back to the homie.
But I don't know Just.
All right. So you saw Bimmy coming up?
Yes, sir. I did see Bimmy coming up. Bimmy is just his man. That's his man.
Was his sister Deb always like that?
I didn't know Deb personally. I just knew of Deb. Just like Joe, he has a brother. His name is Joe. I didn't know Joe. I just knew of Joe because Bimmy, everybody knew who the fuck Bim was. You know, Bim was a special kind of hustler because he wasn't violent. There wasn't no violence for him. You know, the niggas around him might have done dumb shit, but not because he told him to do it. He wasn't like that.
He's I heard that too, but I heard he would get busy though. I heard he'd get busy just to prove that light-skinned niggas ain't sore.
He gonna do his thing. He's not a sucker, but he didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do nothing. You know. Just
all right, so let's get back to Robo Just though. Let's get back to Robo Just. You knew the homie when he was a little kid and all that.
Right, so I knew him before he became Robo Just. He was Pusshead Just.
Pusshead Just. How the fuck you get the name Pusshead? This is
because
he get the name.
He had a big fucking head. You know what I'm saying? He has a big, huge fucking head, and he know how to box too. He knew how to box too. He knew how to box when he was young. You know, yeah. When he was young, he used to train then.
So he was two pieces of niggas as a shorty.
Yes, sir. He was a gangster from way back. Some kids are just like that from day one, and some of us are not like that. Me, I wasn't like that. I knew how to fight.
So like for him to be like that from day one, how was his upbringing? How was his upbringing? If you know,
he had a good house. He had a good household. Sometimes it doesn't matter what the upbringing is. You know, 90% of the times it does. Most of the kids that grow up like that, they grew up in fucked up households. You know, the parents don't have it like that. Maybe mama love or their pops is getting high and they're aggressive. They want to have shit too, and they're not getting it from mama love, so they go get it. They go take it. You know, and that's why a lot of them become murderers and killers because of the upbringing. They ain't get no love. Mommy might not be hugging them because she might have went through something and she doesn't know how to love. And my wife taught me that too, that maybe she didn't know how to, because I had that situation with my mom. That's why my brother.
I had that situation with my mom
because she used to kick his ass, but she might have went through something when she was young. That's why she was like that towards my brother.
All right, so Robo Just, who else was another kid that you grew up with that became one of the niggas?
Lacey, his name wasn't Lacey at the time. His name was Ronnie. He lived around the corner from me. Ronnie Bump.
His name is what?
Ronald Howard. He's a good person. He just made mistakes. But he's a real dude. He's official. But he's a good guy. I knew him from before all of that stuff. I knew him as just Ronnie. You know, we were all little kids.
Matter of fact, while we talking about Lacey, all respect due. Shout it out, homie. All respect due to the old out. But listen, while we talking about Lacey, tell me about the time you had to put sun on his pockets. Your kids at the time?
Yes, sir. We were children at the time. We were playing because he had a cousin named Thomas. They were playing stickball around the corner, right next door to where my friend Cash lives at. He has a little lot. At the time, there was a lot. There's a house there now. And Lacey, he was always a bad motherfucker, always a bad kid. And he threw a rock and clocked my little brother in the head with it. You know, and at the time, I knew how to fight. I knew how to defend myself. So I told him, I want to fight. I'm going to fight you. And he was ready. He was ready to fuck me up. Like, I'm about to fuck this little Haitian nigga up. And you can see it in his eyes. Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. He's like, I'm about to beat him up. Because he can fight. But I know how to fight. I know what I'm doing. You know, so I kicked his ass. And then we became friends shortly after that. That's a good friend of mine. He always bring it up like too. That. Whenever I would see him, yo, remember we had that fight, Nate? And you fucked me up? Corey, the same thing. His name is Cash. He always tell me, yo, you remember you beat Lacey up? I'm like, yeah, but that's
y'all was up top together?
Lacey's a gangster. I'm not built like him, but I can beat him. Yes, sir. No, we was on the island together. I never did state time with Lacey, no.
All right, so back up. All right, so we got Lacey.
Right.
We got Robo Just.
Yes, sir. We had Carlton, Billy, Wild Bill.
Bill.
A lot of people, a lot of names, man. Bad. A lot of motherfuckers. You had Cash. I didn't think Cash was going to be a killer because Cash was always a nice guy. He would be the one to break up the fights. He'd be the one to tell us what not to do bad. But he turned out to be a killer. You know?
All right, so watch this.
He had a good household. He has a great mom. He grew up in a great household. His mother's a beautiful person. And he turned out bad. I believe the streets and the neighborhood, the music, everything played a part in us jumping off the porch and making mistakes.
All right, so now we gonna get to you. When you jumping off the stoop, when you jumping off the porch, Are you jumping off dolo? You by yourself, or you got your little team with you?
No, sir, I'm by myself. I was the first one to jump off the porch. Out of all of us, all of my friends, I was the first one to make that mistake. My friend Jimmy, he lived in the bricks.
Oh, to make that what? Say that again. To make that what?
That mistake.
Just in case the youngest listening.
It's a big mistake. That shit is for losers. I was a fucking bum and a loser the whole time. I became somebody when I started working for it. I was a piece of shit before then.
All right, so 14, you jumping off the stoop and you jumping off by yourself. What's the type of shit you getting involved in?
My friend Jimmy, he was selling in the bricks a few blocks away, like 2 or 3 blocks. He was working for the preem team. He was working for this guy named Tim and Bimmy. He's underneath Bimmy. But they had the bricks on lock at the time. And he asked me, he said, yo, Nate, you want to make some money? I knew him from school. Just like that. Fucked everything up. Straight A student. At that summer, I had just graduated junior high. I was going to a school by the name of LaGuardia High, School of the Arts. Great school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you was a smart kid.
I was a nerd.
To get it word.
I was soft to be going to LaGuardia because King is
Nari, I believe Nari from Queens. Nari know about that school.
Okay, beautiful school. Yeah. Man. Yep.
So 14. You just like fuck you. Is it a slow progression when you jump off the stool, or you just like fuck it, forget school? I'm out here.
I would still go back and forth to school, but my focus was the streets. I was making good money. I was making like $600, $700 a day. I was just a child.
You pitching on the block. You pitching.
Yeah, so I'm selling for people. Yep, selling for
What block you want? What block you want?
I was on the bricks, on the inside of the bricks. It's a building complex.
All right, inside the building, all right?
Yes, sir. And they would send the customers to me. But they used us the young kids, because we would go in and out. You're not going to get no time. At that time, they wasn't giving the young kids no time. So the adults,
and then even they tried to send you somewhere to spar for this time, your parents can come pick you up and all that good shit. And you was under a certain age,
right? And that's how I got that long ass record. It adds up. Every 2 or 3 days, you get locked up. And when you hit 16, that's when they start talking crazy. They let it build up. You know, if you're not committed, at that time they would let you go. My record is bananas, but it's all drugs.
So you inside that's what I'm about to get to. You inside the bricks at the time. You pitching for the older hustlers and all that good shit. You said you get like what, 600 a day?
I stopped going home and everything because my mom and them, you know, they're not playing that shit. They Haitians. They look down on that. I was the only person that made that mistake. So they was like, yo, don't come back here with that shit and stuff like that. So I didn't.
You wasn't even trying to hide it. Like your parents knew, your mom Dukes knew what you was doing.
Yeah, people talk. From day one, I stopped going because they knew it. They see me coming home with brand new clothes and stuff like that. So they asked me, where you get the shit from? Where you get all this stuff from? So I just stopped going home. I was ashamed, you know. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell her. But she knew. The neighbors told her. No,
stop right there. Stop right there. Let's deal with
that. Crack.
Let's deal with that dilemma right there. That dilemma right there. You said you was ashamed. Now let's back that up on the block. In front of your peers, niggas your age, even the older niggas, you holding it down, you looking good, you looking like a young man out here getting to it, but you know you cut from a different cloth, you know you cut from better material than this. You know your parents groomed you and raised you right. So when you go home, you feeling ashamed like you ain't gonna be in front of my Dukes. Word, talk about that shit.
I knew I was wrong. I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it, you know? And my stepdad too, he a good nigga. He would come looking for me like, yo, what you doing? You gonna ruin your life. It was right.
He really cared about you.
Yes, sir. He was a good nigga. He's a good dude. He's a good man. Yeah. He tried to tell me, he tried to coach me the right way, but I didn't listen. I see Miss Jayla. Miss Jayla's in the chat. I can't see.
Who all in here.
Miss Nari.
I see Nari, DC, King Donkey Kong, shout it out. BXJ, shout it out. Compa, walk slow, talk fucking low. Compa. P Wells, shout it out. But yeah, we got a few people up in here. So listen, 14, you doing your 1-2.
Yes, sir.
When you catch your first little trouble, you know what I mean, from the police and all of that?
When I was 16, when I went to Rikers Island, that's when it got serious. Because I was afraid. I was definitely afraid. When I got in the bullpens, when I first went to Rikers, it was for sale.
Yeah, all right, there we go. You got knocked for sale.
Yeah, they watch you. They watch you for like 90 days. And they let it build up a bunch of cells, then they come get you. That's what happened to us. We had a secret indictment. Me and my friend Ronnie, Thomas, all of us. They came and got all of us.
Is this before or after the cop get killed?
This is after the cop get killed. This is
So
when they ain't playing no
TNT
games.
just started right then. That's when TNT starts right then. That's when the Jump Out Boys is hopping out.
Right,
the Paddy Wagon is crazy.
Yep.
And they so
they sent me to Rikers Island, and when I first got in the bullpen, as soon as I got there, they bring some young guy in there. He's all cut open. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I was definitely afraid.
Black guy, Spanish guy?
A black guy. Yep. They cut him real bad. Right after that, like maybe 10 minutes after that, another person, it was bad back then. They was cutting each other like crazy. So that was my first experience with Rikers Island. I stayed there for like 2 weeks, and then they let me go. Maybe a month or so after that, because I was in and out, back and forth. I went back.
Hold on, a month or so, they let you go. You hit the block. You back on the concrete doing your 1-2, and you get popped a month later.
As soon as they let me go, I wouldn't even go home. I go straight to the block. Yup, and go start hustling again.
That's that life. That's that life. Word.
Yep.
So you get knocked a month later.
Bugging. Huh?
You get knocked a month later.
Yes, sir. And I go right back outside and go start hustling again. It was a continuous process. Every time they let me go, I go right back in. You know, and then you find yourself growing old in there, becoming an adult in there. You know.
All right. So boom. So you got any kids around this time, or you still just
no
you?
Kids yet. I didn't have a son until I was like 19 years old.
All right.
No,
so boom.
I didn't have no kids.
So 16, all right, so me and you the same age. So in 83, we 10, and 86, we 13. So around 89, we hitting that 16 stage.
I told you that's when I hit Rikers Island in 1989. Yep.
89, 16.
1990, I told you I went back in, they gave me a bullet. So I did a year. I copped out and I took a year. And they sent me to the 6th building. And that's where I did my time.
All right, so tell me about the 6th building.
That's the first time I was incarcerated and I had to sit in jail for a long time.
That's why I want to know that experience right there.
Oh, that experience is the motherfucker. When I first went in, I knew people, so it wasn't that bad. But at that time, don't matter who you know, they still gonna call you into the back of the dorm.
But you had it worse. You had it worse because you from Queens, so this around the time when they still testing you, but
right, they don't respect you. And I'm a nice person. And I'm a nice person. So they called me into the back, but I know how to fight, so I beat the person up. But they wanted my Timbs. So it was more than that. So so after I beat them up, they jumped me. They kicked my ass and took my Timbs. I had on some suede Timbs. I'll never forget it. And they kicked my ass real good too, dog. And they took my Timbs away from me. I deserved all of it because I was selling crack. So everything bad that happened to me, I deserved
That's how you felt. That's how you honestly felt about it then, or that's how you feel about it now?
That's how I felt every time I got locked up. That's how I felt. I got stabbed in Washington and I felt the same way. I deserve it because I was selling poison to people. I knew it was bad and I still would do it. You know.
All right, so hold on. Before we jump that far. You get there, you got your fresh bullet. First time you really got to sit it down for a skid bit and all of that.
That was a hard bit. I've never been to prison before. It felt like an eternity. It was just a year. Felt like a long motherfucking time. And then after that, it was like nothing. It was like going back home. It was nothing. I was in and out. Found myself being in jail more than being in the streets, you know.
All right, slow down. We catch that bullet. It's a hard bid, that first skid bid, first time you touching the island like that. All right, so you back home now. You back in Queens right now. You getting back to the money again.
Yes. I'm getting money.
How long before that? Before you catch another bid?
Another year. A year.
So we around 17, 18 at the time.
Right. And I went back in. I was about 18 years old. Yes, sir. I went in, I did shock. I did 6 months of shock and I came home.
Came home a soldier.
Yeah, I told you I did 6 months shock. That's why when I hear Hassan saying he was in shock, that's impossible because he has a violent crime. You can't do shock with a violent crime.
On a violent crime.
Right. And I came home from that bed.
Hey, hold on. Shay said that's why he know HAIT'S is capping about he did shock because you can't do shock on a violent crime.
No, sir, you can't do shock with a violent crime.
Don't even make sense. That shit these niggas be said. That's a fact. You can't do shock with a violent crime.
Yeah, you can't get shock.
Non-violent for you to get the shock.
Right,
or even if he did get shocked, that means he really ain't try to pop nobody. He ain't do no murder.
He was just there. He wasn't the actual shooter. Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
Vic, shout it out. Vic, ça passe. Vic, shout it out.
Vic. Salute the big Vic, man.
All right, so boom. So you said you had your first son, or your first kid. You didn't say son or daughter, but you had your first child at 19.
After I did the shock time, I came home. I met somebody, and we had a child together. And shortly after that, I went right back to jail. I went to prison right back. I did a violation for the time that I had. I went back inside on a violation on that. So when I came back home from the violation, that's when he was born. I went to Washington Correctional Facility. They sent me. That's my first time going to Washington.
And you say you got cut in Washington?
I got stabbed. That was when I did a bid. I went back up again. And I
Little
did
Mario.
A 1.5 to 3.5. That's the second bid I did. State bid.
All right. So before we get to that second bid, now at all your time, all this time you catch this for getting money, but it's for hustling. It's for all drugs, right?
Non-violence. I only got caught with a gun, a weapon, but I wasn't out there shooting nobody. I was chasing the bag.
And back then, if you just got caught with the gun, they was giving you a bullet for the gun anyway. Back then, so that was like
if you killed somebody, they was giving you 5 years. They wasn't giving you a bunch of time. This is the genocide era. You know, I know people who did 2, 3 bids and a home for murders. I know a guy that got 2 different homicides and he's home now. Now they're gonna blast you for 1.
So let me ask you a question. I'm trying to see a difference between the generation that's out there today and our generation when we was out there. Now you at a young age, 14, whatever, you jumping off the stoop, you start getting to the block, you pitching, you making 600, 700 a day.
Right.
Good money, great money for a 14-year-old kid. Word. Right. Great money for a 14-year-old kid. All right, so bang. Now you going through the years, you 16,
bikes. I had jewelry.
That's what I'm talking about. Was you the I want to know what was your style? Was you the lay back in the cut, let me stack my money? Was you let me stack a little bit, let me floss with a little bit? Or was you fuck the whole bag up?
If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't have shit because she saves all of my money for me. You know, my wife will tell you she's watching. Shit, I'm blowing everything, nigga. We going to buy jewelry. I need that motherfucking GSXR. Let me get me a couple of these drones.
Yo, that was my first joint. I had the GSXR 750. That's a fact.
Sir. Yes, sir. I had a 752. I had a swag, black and red.
Word.
But I was spending. I didn't invest anything. I was just spending the fucking money like an idiot.
So you was stunting hard in Queens. You was one of the niggas that was looking real good.
I was stunting hard. I was soft.
Who you rolling with at the time?
Nobody fucked with me because I knew everybody. You know, I was.
That's what I'm saying. Who you fucking with at the time?
I ran with Cream Team niggas. I ran with the people on. I fuck with everybody. I was friends with everybody. I can go anywhere. 40 projects, Baisley. I have friends everywhere. So wherever I go, I'm selling.
All right, so boom, back up right there. Back up right there. This way we about to get the people some juicy shit, no freaky. This way we will get sensational right time at this time. Now you said you stunting, you getting money. So I know the cloth you cut from when you talking like that. So that means you running around people that's looking like you, that's doing the same shit you doing. They stunting, y'all trying to outshine each other, all that
That's
good
where
shit.
I got it from them.
All right, so boom. So in your hood, we gonna go from hood to hood, because I heard you say Baisley, I heard you say other hoods, right? So in your age group,
but Baisley's my hood too. It's Southside. You have Southside, you have Hollis, Farmers. Baisley is a part of Southside. 40 Projects is a part of Southside. I didn't just stay on one block. I moved around. That's why I have a lot of friends, you know.
All right. I'm glad you said that, because this is what we about to get to. I'm glad you said that. That leads me to this perfect segue. So you moving around, everybody shining, everybody looking good. So who in 40? First of all, let's get to your block. On your block, along with yourself, who out there with you that's really one of them names? Like niggas like, oh shit, that's one of them niggas right there.
There was a lot of them. You had Donnie, he was young and fly. Lacey, he was young and fly. He did his own thing. He never worked for nobody.
Lacey never worked for nobody. He always got his own packs.
Nah, he always had his own work. He was a boss from Jump Street. He had his own shit. But that was because of the way he grew up. He grew up around that shit. His moms got high, you know, and I believe that's what made him go to the streets too. It made him do things that he wasn't supposed to do. The upbringing, you know, the household. He didn't get no love.
Yeah, because she busy spending her money on something else instead of taking care of the household.
The niggas that ain't getting it in the house, they're gonna go outside the house and go get it, one way or another, you know, by any means necessary. But yeah, him. You had a whole lot of people, man. You had Wowo. He's a boxer. He know how to fight. He's very good. He could have been somebody. There's a lot of motherfuckers, man. Thomas.
Damn. How many times you could say that about a nigga? You either go say R.I.P. like you just said, rest in peace, Thomas, or you either go say that nigga could have been something. How many niggas we seen in our lifetime that he's like, damn, that nigga could have been something?
He could have been a politician, or she could have been this. Some of the people that we destroyed, I sold crack to, could have been somebody.
Word.
A lot of them, most of them. Those are people, parents and shit.
That's a fact.
We destroyed people. I destroyed people.
That's me too.
Destroyed a lot of motherfucking people.
That's a fact. All right, so who ringing bells in Baisley at the time?
Huh? In Baisley?
Yeah, Baisley.
Oh man, there was a lot of motherfuckers. You had that was Black Just joint. He was running the whole show over there. You had Lil E. He was over there. You had Shock. He was over there. These were guys that were from 118, but they would go there too. That's how I got the connection from the Preem Team niggas. That's how I got the links to go to Baisley in the past. You just can't just go anywhere you wanted to at the time either.
I know E Money Bags and left Brooklyn. Is E Money Bags running around in Queens at the time?
Not E Money Bags. E Money Bags was there, but I don't know him. He was out there. He was doing stick-ups and stuff like that. I wasn't in the robbery. I was in the Southern.
He was into getting money. Word.
Like those guys hang out with each other. People that
that's a fact.
They hang
out with each other. Word. Right. The robbers hang out with each other to get money. Niggas hang out with each other. The killers hang out with each other. Together. The ball. Word. That's a fact.
They watch each other's backs. Yep.
So you say it's really too many names to name in Bay and
there's a lot of motherfucking names, man. A lot of people, man. A lot of RPs.
What about 40 projects?
Most of them are dead. Oh man, you had a whole bunch of motherfuckers, man. You had Will, you had Class, he's dead, RP. You had Hassan, he's gone. Julio, most of them are dead. The genocide ever, they were shooting each other like crazy, you know, over blocks, over nothing, over stepping on each other's shoes. I learned a lot from being in the streets too. I learned to stay away from clubs, house parties. I don't do none of that shit. I don't go none of them.
You didn't do that back then. You didn't do that.
I learned not to do them anymore because I see people die going to those places. So I stayed away from them places. That's probably why I learned from other people's mistakes. I didn't go to them places. I stayed away from them.
So what's Boo Boo doing at the time, bruh?
He was rapping. Everybody knew who he was, but he was just a rapper. He's from 40.
Boo Boo was he wasn't getting no money at this time?
He was hustling. All of us was getting money.
Exactly, yeah. So he was, like I'm saying, it's well known that Boo Boo, for those who don't know, Boo Boo was 55th. Right. So for all those, so it was well known that Boo Boo was out there with y'all niggas too. He was getting money back then too.
He was doing his thing too. Yeah. But that's not really getting money because you wasting it, you blowing that shit. All of us was broke except for the big niggas.
That's
the guys that was selling keys.
All of us, he had either bullshit or still staying with my dukes.
Right, we riding in cabs all day long. We spending all the money. We're not doing investing.
OJs and all types of niggas taking OJs trying to be fancy and shit.
Going shopping every day. I used to go to school with money in my pocket, brand new clothes every day.
Word, this is time if we still in our teenage years, because me and you the same age, so I know what you want. We on our guess. We had the guess game was popping back then. Polo was popping back then. Yep. Word. What else was popping? Benetton. Benetton was popping back. Clogs, Wallabies.
They used to wear silk. They used to wear a lot of silk back then.
Come on, the shark skin suits and all of that.
Yep.
With the Ballies and the British Walkers and shit.
Yep.
Word. Looking like either Slick Rick or Big Daddy Kane. And y'all Queens niggas was notorious for that shit. Y'all stayed on y'all little MC Shan type shit and all that shit out there, B.
Yep. I didn't wear much jewelry though. I didn't rock jewelry all the time and stuff. The stick-up kids was bananas. So I didn't buy jewelry. I used to buy like dirt bikes and shit like that.
Along with E Money Bags, who else was notorious stick-up kids around this time?
Billy Boy. You got Billy Boy. You got a lot of
Maserati Fox running around at the time?
Nah. He was younger than me. He probably was doing his thing, but he was on the other side. He was on Merrick.
Merrick, yeah. He's from, what's that?
I didn't know him at the time. I met him later
American on Towers?
I met him later on in life. I wasn't hustling when I met him. I met him.
Did you fuck with any niggas from American Towers? Like the original Frenchie and all them niggas?
Nah, I don't know them. Nah.
Cause see, I know Frenchie. I knew Frenchie. He passed now.
I
But
know
Frenchie,
exactly where American Towers is at though, yup. But I don't know
yeah,
the niggas over there. They get money
Frenchie,
over there
for
too.
those who don't know, there used to be a kid named Frenchie that used to run with Waka Flocka. He originally from Queens. You know,
I know what
Waka
he looked
from
like,
Queens
but I
too.
don't know him.
Frenchie is his pops. Aight, babang. Aight, so it's a lot of heavy hitters at the time. You got 50 running around at the time. You got the Lost Boys running around at the time.
Yep,
You
I know
got
them. Yep.
Stretching all them
They
niggas
just
running
like
around
us,
at the
Lost
time.
Boy niggas. They ain't got no money. Stretch. You see him come through. Yep, he had an MPV. You'd see him ride through all the time.
And the MPV, worse.
Yep.
What color Stretch it was? Cream? He had the green joint?
He had a green one too. Yep. He had a green one.
I don't know about the green one. I knew about the cream joint. I seen the cream joint mad times. Yep. Word. All right, who else was popping back then? Lost Boys. That was a hell of an era. That's when Freaky Ty was out running a while back then. That's when the Lost Boys was really a game and only a few was rapping.
They was hustling at first. Yep.
They was hustling and they used to go to war with what's that? Springfield, whatever what's that?
Well, I don't know about that. They from across the bridge.
Yeah, they used to go to war with them niggas over there. Word.
Okay. Yeah, but I know them though.
So this the 90s. This when everything popping. This our era. This when we think we grown ass men, but we little kids, right?
Right.
This the 90s. This 91, 92. What you doing around that time?
91, 92. I'm riding dirt bikes, selling drugs. Then I got locked up. I went upstate. I came home.
You caught that bit of more drugs?
This was 91 R 6950. That was my number. That was my first number. I did that in shop. You never forget the number. The second number is 94 A0755. That's when I went up for the second time. And after that, I wasn't copping out to nothing else. I wasn't going to take no more time. I told myself, no matter what, I'm going to trial.
So your first two joints you copped out, and the rest of them you took. You picked 12
after that,
on the rest.
I went to trial, and then
you picked 12.
They offered me 12.5 to 25. I said I want to go to trial. Me and my co-defendant, we went to trial and we banged them and walked out the courtroom. You know, I was scared to death too. But he's like, I'm going to trial. So I said, all right, fuck it, I'm going too. I ain't taking no more.
All right, hold on. Take me through that experience right there, because
you just scary, said man.
That's why I mean you just said boom. You known for copping out. You took your first two copping out. This one right here, Sunset. Your code D, you got a code D on this one. Your code D, like, yeah, I want to pick 12.
Because they was watching us. They was watching us for a long time, but he worked. I'm the one that hustle. He don't hustle. He work. He just hangs out on the block with us. You know, he got a real nice car, so they think like maybe he the boss or something. But he's just chilling with us. You don't see him doing anything wrong. Shouldn't have locked him up, but they locked him up too. They locked him up with me. They said I was selling and me and him was selling together, selling drugs for months and months, doing directs, observations, but they was lying. So we beat them. They said they saw us selling drugs to people. And they was offering us an asshole full of time because we had a long record, criminal record. And at that time, they were banging niggas. They were slaying niggas.
When you beat them, that's why I'm asking you. You feeling like Tommy Mickens? You feeling like Tommy Mickens at the time? You feeling like real G'd up at the time when you beat these niggas?
Yeah. I was feeling good because I finally beat them niggas. I'm still the same person when I beat them motherfuckers. You know, and it feels real good to actually beat these motherfuckers for once. You know?
So with that said, we know you ain't slow down. We know you got right back to the block as soon as you beat them.
As soon as I went back to doing the same old bullshit. Selling drugs, sitting out on the streets. At this time, we riding around and we doing deliveries. We're not sitting outside no more. We ride around. They'll text you.
So your lady back then is still your wife to this day?
No, sir. I met my wife in 2005.
All right.
I was on a run for another case in the Bronx when I met my wife. You know. Yep. I met her in 05. I met her on Rockaway Boulevard.
This nigga all the boroughs.
Yeah. I caught a case in the Bronx. I caught a case in the Bronx.
You was one of them niggas. We used to call you Nori back in the day. Nigga was on the run eating. You all over. This nigga on 145th trying to get it. This nigga all over trying to get it. Jersey J salute, homie.
They offered me a 4.5 to 9, and I was like, I'm not taking that. And I took off. And a few months later, I met my wife. She was in Queens going to Dunkin' Donuts, and I met her there, and I stayed, and I was with her ever since then. 2005 when I met her.
So what's the longest stretch you caught?
3 years. The longest time I did was 3 years. I caught a 1.5 to 3.5, and they hit me at the board. They told me, they said, Joe, if we could give you more, we'd give you more. And I deserved it. They could see the record. They're like, damn, how the fuck you only get a 1 after 3? Because I'm taking it as soon as I get in there. If you offer it to me day one, I'm going to snatch it. At that time, that was the mindset. We wasn't afraid of going to prison. You know, we were groomed for it.
You won. That was going to college right there. Word.
Right. Idiot.
Word. Hey, but listen.
You feel like you're really doing something, but we wasn't. We're ruining our lives.
We was. While you on the island, that bullet that you did on the island.
Right.
Who named ringing bells back there? Some of these well-known niggas that we hear, Fuquan.
Oh man, and John Rambo. All these niggas. I be hearing a lot about him. He's from the Bronx. I did time with his little brother in the 6th building. So I know the little brother. I know the little brother, but I don't know John. I know of John because his name was ringing. You know, there was a lot of cuttings back then. I'm telling you, they was cutting each other like crazy.
Tell me who was ringing bells? Who was
Rambo,
buck 50 and niggas all crazy and shit?
The guy that cut him, his name is Cesar. He was ringing bells. It was a lot of motherfuckers, man. There was a nigga named what was his name? Beetlejuice. He looked like fucking Beetlejuice. I don't know his name.
Niggas talk about this nigga crazy.
I seen one of the people talking about him on
St. Laz or some shit.
Shout out to St. Laz. Shout out to all the content creators, man. Every single one of y'all. I don't have no ops. Shout out to Jersey J. I see he's in the building. I hit like for everybody. By the way, I pull up, I hit that fucking like button.
That's why I say you one of the number one supporters.
They could be beefing with each other. I'm hitting like for both of them. I might be in the chat laughing at you, but I'm gonna hit like for you too. I don't know. I'm not a hater. It's just the way I am as a person. I'm gonna hit that motherfucking like button. I'm subscribed to both of them, but that's just how I am. Shout out to all the content creators. You know, I'm always on YouTube.
So John Rambo, Beetlejuice. Who else ringing?
Beetlejuice. You had a lot of people. You had Robo Just. He was in there. He was doing his thing.
All right, so boom. So you know Robo Just.
He was a fighter.
Hold on. You know Robo Just from a kid. How I feel when y'all see each other on the island.
Felt good to see him. You know, I'm young.
Somebody you know.
It's my friend, somebody I know. But I didn't lean on my friends. I stayed myself. I didn't depend on them to protect me. I knew how to defend myself. I was a nerd, but I could beat them. I probably couldn't beat Just, but I could beat 90% of all them other gangsters from around my way. Cash will tell you, there's no cat. Like they say nowadays, that's cat. I'm myself. I'm not, you know, I don't pretend to be a gangster or a killer, but I can beat the killers, you know.
Dig it. Hand to hand, because a lot of these niggas ain't shit when they got to put down that gun. So yes, hand to hand, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
No, mano y mano, they be folding. Because they don't know what they're doing. It's an art form. They just know how to play basketball and shoot each other, you know, for the most part.
I had to, after that time, they tried to take your sneakers and all of that. I mean, tried to take your Timbs.
Man, they took the sneakers. They ain't trying to take them. They took them. He came to me and he said, yo, I want them. I had on some suede Timbs. And I was like, what? What these? I didn't even know what he was talking about. I didn't know what he meant. At first, he said, yeah, motherfucker, step in the back. And he called me in the back. I'm like, oh, shit. And he called, but I know what I'm doing. I'm afraid, but I know what I'm doing. You know, I know how to box, but I'm still scared. He called me in the back and I kicked his ass. And he was
That's that good scared, though.
He was shocked.
That's that good scared.
He was shocked because he's throwing punches, but he don't know what he's doing. He's not jabbing. There's no pivot. There's no art form. He doesn't practice. I practice. I was practicing before I went in because I was pussy. You know what I'm saying? But I know how to fight. So that's what saved me. I believe that's what got me through. Knowing how to defend myself and being respectful.
All right, so they take your Timbs, but I'm saying after that, you had any more beef?
Oh, man. He took me in the back. I fucked him up. And then I was chilling. Next thing you know, them niggas jumped me, like 3-4 of them. They wanted them. Because they had to get them, dog. My friend got them back for me. When I went to lunch, my friend Lil E, rest in peace, he was like, yo, make sure my man get them back. Because I did it honorably. You called me in the back. I put in the work. You wasn't supposed to take them. You wasn't supposed to take my Timbs. But they
not at all.
If I was them, I would have taken them too. Them shits was crazy. I had the suede joints. I was getting money. I was a fly Haitian nigga. It was all suede, blue and suede. And it was
back up. This is when this the era too. See, niggas get love now.
I had on the you could wear your clothes. They took my leather too. I had on a leather pele. They had to take that shit. Ain't no way in hell they gonna let this bitch ass nigga sit around here talking about what's up, y'all, how y'all doing? Because that's how I am. I'm a nice guy. No way they gonna let me just sit around. You know, you look back, you're like, they had to take that. And they took it. They fucked me up, took my stuff. People was wearing their own clothes. People had jewelry. I didn't have on no jewelry. I wasn't crazy enough to wear jewelry because they
only had to dress out for VI and all that.
I had nice clothes. I wore all my nice stuff.
Word.
No.
But so listen, this is what I'm about to tell you though, because you could attest to this. This is the time where Caribbeans and especially Haitians see niggas is love now. Niggas want love back then. Niggas was getting called all type of names. Niggas was chasing niggas. Niggas was having to fight since they was little kids and all type shit.
We went to school dirty. Not dirty, but we went to school clean, but we wasn't dressed like, they didn't dress us like that. The culture was different for them. They want us to
know about that. Word. Don't you had on clean clothes, clean drawers,
the same fucking shit on forever. Yeah, nigga, your coat, that's what made us. That's what made me jump into the streets too. That too, because I want to dress like them. I don't want to dress like this. You know, that too can influence a child. Like I told you, they're poor. I wasn't poor. My mom worked at Bear Stearns. She worked for a brokerage firm, so she was making great money, but she wasn't buying me things.
Your mom was an educated lady.
Yes, she's a very smart person, but she ain't buying her kids stuff like that. You know, the culture was different. They didn't believe in that. They saved their money. You know.
You got a roof over your head.
I didn't look at it that way. I didn't respect her.
Right.
Enough.
See, because from that era, the parents is like, "Yo, listen, you got a roof over your head. Your clothes is clean. You got clean drawers on. Your hair is
sometimes that's not enough. You got to dress the niggas
because in the world you need more.
They're gonna see the other kids out there looking fly. They want to be nice, fly too. And that's why I jumped off the porch, and that's why I started. I never asked my moms for nothing since the age of 14, 15. I did for myself.
I was 12. I was 12.
Okay.
Now I caught my first year because I caught my first juvie bid at 12. So I was 12.
Damn, man, you went to jail at 12 years old.
Yeah, I caught my juvie at 12, my first joint.
Okay.
But yo, all right, so bang. This you say you caught 3. When you catch this 3, it's on a charge. You got your Cody. Nah, this one you and your Cody beat. I took it to trial.
I did 2 bids.
You catch another charge.
Yeah, I did 2 bids before. That's what they do. They give you a little bit of time. They let it build up. They let your record build up, and then they start coming at you crazy. And that's what happened with the co-defendant. We both went to trial, and I beat it.
Then when you start getting points and all type shit. Your points is this high, that high.
When I came home from that, I got a job. I was working for Local 79.
What made you get a job? You just like, yo, fuck it, let me try this shit for a minute.
In the city, I was working for Commercial Brick. The name of the company is Commercial Brick. I was in a union and everything. Local 79 in the city. I was working for the Mason tenders. We was all over the place. You know, I worked for them for about 4 or 5 years, and then there was no work after 9/11. Then I went back to the streets, and that's how I ended up on the run in 2005. And I met my wife, and I never even told her I was on the run. The whole time I was on the run, she kind of knew something was up.
You had peoples in the Bronx, or you just went to the Bronx by yourself?
Oh no, I was with my daughter's mom. I met somebody, and I had a daughter by her. I have a daughter too. I have 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a girl. I had a daughter by this lady. Yup.
I got 3 boys.
That's where I put that case at in the Bronx. But after I caught that case, I went on the run, and that's when I met my wife in Queens.
All right. So how long you want to run before you catch the big?
I was
G-Max shot it out.
How long was I working before I caught the case?
Now how long you on the run? Because you said you on the run when you went to the Bronx, right?
When they told me to come at the court, I went to court.
But you right. How long you stayed straight working before you jump back out?
I told you 5 years. I told you I was working
5 years. You working for you in the union for 5 years.
I was making good money, and then the work slowed down. And I ain't had no work.
9/11 fucked shit up.
My dumb ass should have went to McDonald's. My dumb ass should have went and did something else. But no, I went to doing what I used to do, and then I caught another case. And then they said, "Joe, we got 4.5 to 9 for you, or we ready to go." And then I took off. This happened in 2005, and I jetted on them, and I met my wife. And a few months after that.
All right. So how long you on the low? How long you on the run?
I stayed off the radar from 2005. Obama was president, and when they caught me, Trump was on his way out. To 2019, I believe. I was on the run for a long time, quite a while. I just stayed off the street.
I know this question I'm about to ask you is about to be very insightful, because your answers, this whole interview has been insightful, and you stay saying, I fucked up, I was a dummy, this, that, and third. So I'm about to ask you, we the same age. I mean, you 49 right now. What would 49-year-old Vic, I mean, for himself. I'm looking at big comment. What would 49-year-old double R tell 14-year-old double R that jumped off the stoop? If he could talk to 14-year-old double R right now, what would 49-year-old tell 14-year-old double R?
Stay in school. It's okay to be a nerd. Don't jump off the porch. You might end up dead, or you might end up in a cage. There's only two things that come from the streets: cage or box. You know, but or sell weed. Don't sell crack. That's the thing I regret selling crack. Look back, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have never sold crack. Sell weed.
If you go say it like that, then you sell coke, don't sell crack, but don't sell nothing.
But
don't
that's
sell
what
nothing.
I was selling. That's what I did. I only sold crack. I didn't sell coke. I only sold crack.
In the city it was all crack, but once I came down bottom, son,
right.
That coke money hit different down here, B. You heard?
Okay.
All right, so you say stay in school. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. School,
it's not worth it. You know, only thing you do is you get separated from your family, get separated from society. You know, you become a loser. Once you go to jail, you're a fucking loser. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nothing in there but losers. I was a loser. Every time I went in that motherfucker, I was a bum. You can't do anything. They giving you what? 60 cents a day, $1 a day at the most. You know? So it's just time stops. Everything stops.
It's funny you say that. Listen, they give you $1 a day. But at that time when we on the block and we getting money and wherever you at and you trying to get money, you trying to hustle, at that time you looking at niggas in McDonald's, you looking at niggas on construction.
Right.
Oh word, you looking at niggas on construction sites looking like down on them. But them niggas is making an honest living, but you looking down, we looking down on because we got some G's in our pockets, some stacks in our pocket, right? But then at the end of the day,
they was laughing at me. At my dumb ass. That's what they was doing. And they would tell me. They would tell me. They would say, "Joe, you still here?" Because they would see me. The people would see me getting older. I know that's how it is all around the world in every hood. They see you getting older. They're like, "Damn, Nate, you still out here?" My friends, they get great jobs. They the ones that left the streets behind, they start doing the right things. They're like, "Damn, dog, you still here?" You know, and you just get.
But watch this right here, though. Watch this right here. Them same niggas that was at Mickey D's or in the Union or whatever, getting 25, 35, 40 an hour. We looking at them like shit, but as soon as you hit the G wall, you mopping the tier for 60 cents.
$1, for 50 cents, 30 cents. Yeah.
You mopping the tier for 60 cents, 30 cents to 90 cents. You mopping the tier, but you clowning niggas who was getting 30 something an hour, 20 something an hour. 40 something an hour, you clowning niggas because they ain't on your level. But what level you on now when you mopping the tier for 60 fucking cents, B?
Straight dirtbag level. Yup. Penitentiary, nothing but losers. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. That shit ain't worth it. Stay in school, get a job, man. Get a job. Slow money like Low Dollars Network. Smitty says slow money is better than no money. 25.
9 to 5 better than 25. Word. Shout it out, Smitty Brim. All right, so watch this. We go wrap things up here real soon, but let me ask you a few questions because I've been going through your Instagram. I've seen a lot of pictures. It's like you got a lot of hobbies. Like you went to the what you call them shit, the drones and electronic joints. What got you into that shit?
Oh, my son's his godmother, she bought him a drone, and that's what got me into it. I started flying his shit, but it was a bullshit drone, a brush drone. And then once I learned how to fly his, that's when I started buying drones and getting into that hobby. I have a lot of drones. You know,
I see. You also got another hobby. What's up with the knives, B? All the knives.
Oh, I have a lot of knives.
With the knives? You got hundreds of them motherfuckers, son.
Yeah, I got a bunch of knives. I collect them. I like knives. A guy at I used to work at a Price Chopper. I used to clean the store. I strip and wax floors. I used to strip and wax the floor for them. And a guy that worked at the meat section. He was a butcher. He would give me the knives. Like, yo, here. He's a white guy, a good dude, man. He was a military man. He'd be like, yo, here, this is from Pakistan. Boom. Once a month. He'd be like, yo, here you go. You know, it's a nice guy. And I would collect them from other places, but most of them I got from him.
All right, now watch this.
He made knives.
Last year.
Yeah.
When you first put the picture out, and you had that nice green, niggas don't know what it is, but the nice green buffer machine and all that, the nice green stripper board, you know what I mean, all that good shit.
Right.
I said, oh shit, that's crazy right there. I said, yo, that's my side hustle right there. You like, nigga, stop playing. I'm like, nigga, nah, I'm the foreman of the electrical joint in the fucking daytime.
That's
but
good
at
money,
that time,
man.
I was at the demolition.
That's easy
but
money.
On the side, on the weekend, I do that shit on the weekend. Now listen, I see in your house, in your garage, you know that you got your own machine, you got your own shit.
I do it for myself.
Imagine if we would invested into ourselves back then, with the money we was playing with back then,
would have been good.
Imagine if
would have been good. I wasn't thinking like that, spending it all. I know everybody was doing the same thing. It was gone. It was gone as quick as you made it. You spent it. You know, I told you.
Hey, Nari said, Nari want to know about that gun collection too. I was about to ask about that too, Nari. Nari said she want to know.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. I have a criminal record. Those are air rifles.
Air rifles, word.
Right. She doesn't have a record. Her gun, she got real bullets coming out of them. So don't fuck with Nari.
Yeah, don't fuck with Nari. Nari will pop your head off. That's those are high powered. She go fuck around. She go pop your head off and Thelma and Louise your ass. She go pop your head off and fuck around and mash the gas on you, nigga.
Those are high powered air rifles. That's what those are. Yeah.
Hey yo, but anybody you want to say, give a shout out to once again, my G.
Oh man, all the content creators, man. Salute to all the content creators. It's your boy.
Shout them out, B. Shout them out, B.
You know, it's a genuine salute too, man. I really want you guys to win. You know, that's what I really wanted to pull up in on the live for, this to salute them. I really didn't want to do no interview. I don't do no interviews. You know that. I'm in the chat. Salute to all of y'all. I want all you motherfuckers to win. I want the movement to get 50, 100,000 subscribers. That's what I want. It's real energy, man. Ain't no cornball. I'm winning in real life. I want y'all to win too. Y'all look just
talk about it.
Y'all look like me, you know. They are us. They're black and brown people, content creators. Latin Pain, he got talent. Eve, the Nile River, my nigga OG Sonny Blanco, the fucking Dawn. All the content creators, Blow Dollars Network, Jamel Saladin, even Hassan, Pellets, Wax Dog.
He said pellets.
I hit like for Pellets too. I hit like for him too. I want him to win too, dog. I want him to win too. Shout out to We Locked In. Shout out to them too.
Shout out Mikey B, Moshe, KK.
Hold up, man.
Well, shout out everybody, man. Shout out everybody. 10 toes down, call outs.
Wax Dog, call outs. Everybody. 10 toes down.
Everybody.
You understand me? Just
my
talk,
son
real
Fred.
talk.
Tales from the Pen. Fred, shout it out. Fuquan, the Big Fuquan podcast. Shout it out.
Brooklyn. Shout out to everybody.
Shout it out.
Yo,
Word, paid in full. Shout it out.
I just scroll. My wife will tell you, I hit like. It ain't just me. It's a lot of people just like me in the chat. Genuine people like Nari, like motherfucking Queen Jayla, like them type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. I'm one of them. I'm one of many. Yo, Blanco, salute, man. I appreciate that. You having a nobody ass nigga like me come up just to talk and salute the people, man.
See, that's what you won't get. That's what you won't get.
I'm humble.
When I put the joint, you humble, but let me pop your collar for you real quick. You heard? You humble, but this is what it is. This is why I said I had to get you, no freaky. From day one, my G, you've been a true supporter of everybody. I'm talking about you in the live chats. You comment, you support. The pre-records, you comment, you support. The shorts, shorts, you comment, you support. The shit in niggas' communities, you comment,
I want them to win. I want them to win. So, I know sometimes they probably be like, damn, this motherfucker always commented. They might get fun. Like, what's up with this nigga? He a troll.
Nah, that's love.
I want you to win.
That's love.
I want all of them to win. All of them, every single one of them. Artist Morrison, Hoodies Up.
Artie, shout it out.
There's no little channels with me, man. You know, all of them, every single. Shout out to all the content creators, man. Salute to all of y'all. I love all of y'all. Blanco, one. I appreciate this.
One. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, yo, salute. It was a pleasure, my G. That's a fact. It was a pleasure.
You have a nice day,
you gotta show the support.
Cosmology Bay, all of them, everybody. Zeke Black, Feed the Wolves. Everybody.
Zeke Black, shout it out. Word.
Salute to everybody. Love y'all, man. Keep making that content. Don't stop. Don't change nothing. Don't listen to the haters, man. Fuck the haters. Keep creating that content. Salute to all of y'all. Love y'all, man. One.
360 Reels. Word. Talk to
everybody.
One.
Everybody.
Word.
One.
Hey, yo, we gonna keep it moving, though, good people. Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all don't go nowhere. We still in the building, yeah. That was a great interview with my guy, Double R, yo. That was a great fucking interview. That's a fact. Hold on, my man stuck. What's going on, look? Let me see if I can drop him down. You like he's stuck right there. Hold on. Yeah. I got you. My fault. He was talking. Kenny Walker. Shout it out, Kenny Walker. Cola James in the building. Shout it out, Cola. Let's see who all in the building. Hey, yo, y'all like that interview? That was a very humble man. The whole interview, that man just kept saying, I was a fool. I was stupid. I was a nobody. He kept saying that through the whole interview, man. That was a great interview. Yeah, that dude's a humble dude, man. You gotta love that nigga spirit. You gotta love that nigga soul. That's a fact. That nigga support everybody, B. Everybody that nigga pulls up for. G Mac was popping. Anybody want to pop their shit? Dre Compa. Hold on, Compa. I'm about to drop the fucking link for you, Compa. I'm about to drop the link for you, Compa. Let me drop the link for Compa real quick. Let me get my son up here real quick. Get my son. Anybody want to pull up? You can pull up and pop your shit. Tap the link, Jersey J. Tap the link. Nah. You want to tap the link? Nah. Tap the link, yo. Whoever want to pull up real quick, yo. That was a great interview, man. I appreciate that. Even Vic said, great interview. Great. Oh, she said a message inside the conversation. Word. It's a great convo. Oh, that's my killer right there. There go my G. Hold on, I see you, homie.
Great interview.
I see you. What's goody?
Great interview, like that? Man. Great interview. And I'm glad I caught it live this time rather than, going to your channel and watching it and get to interact, man. That was a great interview, bro.
Appreciate that. Everybody got a story, my G. Everybody got a story.
Everybody.
Everybody had to walk God's green earth just like you had to walk it. You got a story, they got a story, you heard?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So how's your Sunday morning going?
So far, so good, man. I had a wild night, B. Nigga at the little telly, had a little,
Yeah, I remember them days.
Yeah, I was on the Douce all night on some great smoke all night. Douce. Went to bed sounded like around 2 o'clock, but I woke up like 6:30 this morning.
Oh, you were straight sinning. You were straight sinning last night.
Nigga, I was on one last night. Yeah, I'm living that single life right now, B. I was on one last night, you heard?
Yeah, I remember them times.
I'm an old head, so I don't jump out too often. But when I jump out, my nigga, I jump out.
Yeah, no parachute. No parachute.
Nigga, he was hang gliding. Nigga, I was hang gliding out this bitch. Nigga, hang gliding out this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I had the safety cap, but niggas just hang gliding, B. You heard?
Yeah.
Crazy. How was your night though? How was your weekend and all of that?
Well, shit. I had a call Saturday morning. I spent like 6 hours on. Shit, I made about $800 on that call too, so it was cool.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, but see now, I came home after that call. I did my slaving around here. I had to cut the lawn and all that crazy jazz. So I think I'm gonna try to put my feet up today.
I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna put my feet up today too, because matter of fact, I was about to say I gotta go to work tomorrow, but I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I gotta handle some business tomorrow. So I'm gonna put my feet up a little bit and might sip a little something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm putting this Fiji water and this coffee up in me right now. I told you, nigga, 3 drinks is my minimum, B, and I went over my minimum last night, nigga.
How much over your minimum? How much over your minimum you went?
2 joints.
2. Yeah, I know how them days used to be.
Enough to make it be.
Them days. Huh?
Enough to go over. But when you on that king size, everything is love. Everything bouncing right.
Right. You ain't rolling off the bed and shit.
Everything jumping like it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to kick it.
BXJ, that's a fact. Oh, somebody down there. I didn't even see who's down there. Hold on. That's sorry, Playboy. Let me see who down there, Playboy. That's my son. That's the Job Turkey. That's the Job Turkey himself. That's the Job Turkey himself right there.
Job Turkey.
What's up, Sizzle?
Look, what up, Uncle AJ?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man. OG Sunny Block, salute, man.
Shit, salute. Man. How you like that interview with Double R, my G?
Man, you good, man? I'm walking slow, talking low. You dig?
That's a fact. But I'm saying, how you like that interview with Double R?
I was just telling you, bro. That's why that shit was dope. I love that, bro. Yo, OG, that was dope, bro. I watched
I'd have paid pay-per-view for that interview.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. I'd have dropped $49.99 for that interview.
I wanted more people to pull up for the fact. I ain't want more people to pull up for me because my shit gonna do the numbers regardless on the replay. But I wanted that shit to do well for Double R because that nigga support everybody from day one. Nigga.
Yes, he does.
Day one. That nigga, everybody chat. He giving everybody encouragement. He telling everybody to keep pushing. He always got some positive energy with him. Yep. Come on, man. Word.
You gotta fuck with a dude like that. You gotta keep a dude like that around.
Nari says, hey yo, Compa, I told Nari you told on her. I told Nari you said she had the gas foot. She drive like Thelma and Louise and all of that. I told her she be switching gears looking like Daisy Duke. I told her. Word.
He said switching gears like Daisy Duke.
Yo, Compa said she got lead foot, D. Word.
What?
Yeah, that's my kind.
He holding my seat like, oh my god. I'm like this. She's got mind. She was up. We was upset. We was stuck in traffic for goddamn 3 hours. She's like, oh, fucking. I said, what the
fuck? She said, yo, now we got some transporter. Now we was driving like that nigga from Transporter, yo.
You couldn't tell me if we wasn't getting chased by the triads.
Not the triads. Oh shit.
Hey shit, yeah.
Alright, bro. Shout out to my sister Nari.
Hey yo, but Compa.
Talk to me.
I'm watching DJ Velo. Shout out 050 Velo and all of that. I'm watching artist Artie Morrison, you know what I mean, on the joint and all of that. The shit was an artist Morrison interview, and the shit turned into another nigga interview. A whole another nigga interview. I had to turn it. I'm sorry, Velo. I had to turn the shit off, Velo. I'm sorry. Not because that nigga was on there. If it was that nigga's interview, I would have watched that nigga's interview. That was an artist Morrison interview, and that nigga just came and deboed the whole shit. I'm like, hey, yo, this shit crazy.
Shout out to my nigga DJ Velo. I love you, bro. But I totally agree with you.
You saw that shit? That shit was crazy. Yeah. Listen, I can't understand how a nigga keeps saying, oh, niggas got it twisted. If the niggas started off, I'm not gonna say nothing. If you want to hear what I gotta say, I will probably do an interview on your show. Just let me know when you're ready to set it up, Velo. And the next thing I know, it went from that to a full-fledged Dice interview. I said, hey, yo, this nigga this nigga's marketing skills is incredible. This nigga marketing skills is incredible, say. This nigga's a fucking genius with the marketing skills, B. I said, this nigga's name, I see what it is. The nigga's gonna get his name to pop regardless. He tried to get his name to pop with 050. It ain't really pop like he wanted it to pop with 050. Then he tried to get his name to pop with fucking Compa. Ain't get it popping like he wanted to get it popping with Compa. Then he go to chat. Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no beef with you, son. I'm just saying it's chess, not checkers, and I'm a chess nigga 4 or 5 moves ahead. So I see the moves that you making. You went on there humbly last night, like, why everybody calling my name? He said this supposed to be an artist interview. Why niggas calling my name? It's supposed to be an artist interview. And the shit turned it from an artist interview into a Dice interview. I said, this nigga's a genius. This nigga's a fucking genius, eh? That shit was incredible.
I was asleep. Because that's what Velo was trying to call me. Everybody was calling me. But, yo, bro, I knocked out, bro. I smoked the split. I'm like, yo, Velo, I'm coming up there right now. I part me, Velo, if you watching. I love you, bro. I'm sitting there smoking spliff. I'm like, yo, I'm telling him, Mom, wake me up at goddamn 7 something. No, I told her wake me up at 8:10. I'm going on Velo. Yo, bro, OG Sunny Block. When I woke up, it was 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Homie's like, yo, go look at the
I was just
show.
getting to the telly around 1, nigga. 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Niggas like, yo, go to the show and peep this shit. I peeped that shit. I said, hold on. I thought Artist Morrison. I thought this was an Artist Morrison. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Word, shit. That shit was crazy. But yo, his marketing skills, I see the play, homie. Your marketing skills are phenomenal. Let me see the dog, Sonny Blanco, my favorite. Ask me. Come here. Come here, ask me. Come here, ask me.
Oh, hey, Jay,
trying to grab a tool.
Oh man, just chilling, man. Sunday morning vibe, homie.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah. Sunday morning vibe. Shit, almost afternoon. I'm about to start working like a government mule. Yeah, if y'all just
I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow. Hey, yo, S4H, shout it out, S4H. That's another good supporter. JB Official. That's the general right there. Shout it out, JB Official. That's a fact. Magnificent Mecca. You already know, Nay, me and you go back like flapjacks. You heard? Aunt your mama style. Word.
Yeah, they don't even call them shits Aunt your mama no more.
Nah, it's against the law. Yeah, it's politically incorrect for Aunt your mama right now.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Uncle Ben too.
Uncle Ben too. Word.
Uncle
what else
Ben
they caught? They caught the Washington Redskins joint. They caught the Washington Redskins. They caught Aunt your mama. They caught Uncle Ben. They caught something else too. That was all that
Cleveland Indians
movement shit.
Cleveland Indians.
Word.
I don't know if the Atlanta Braves is up under that scrutiny or not.
I think they the only ones to slide. The Atlanta Braves, no free.
Yeah, but they got the Cleveland Indians.
Hey, anybody want to pull up and pop their shit? I was gonna end the shit when we finished the interview with Double R. But anybody want to pull up and pop their shit? Y'all can pull up and pop your shit, man. Good vibes only today. Good vibes only. Sunday morning. Good vibes only. You heard? Word.
Yeah. OG Sunny Block, man. That was awesome, man. That was a beautiful thing. I love the whole vibe. I'm just sitting there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that live was serious. I had to donate to that.
I appreciate you.
YouTube world. Look at this shit. I love this shit right here. This is
Hey, you said something yesterday though, Compo. You said something yesterday on your shit. You said, and that's a fact, nigga. As far as these YouTube streets, niggas came up from the mud together. You seen some niggas come up in the mud and they sprouted real quick and they did their thing. You seen niggas get it gradually jump out there and do their thing. But for a fact, niggas, if this was the fucking XXL magazine, we could be the freshman cover last year or the year before last because we jumped out this bitch together. You heard?
Right.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
We come from the mud.
Hey, listen, shout out to the Wax AP and El Campo Realist talk show Nile River.
Salute.
For real. That's not
I missed something. What happened?
I said shout out to the Wax AP and El Campo Realist talk show, motherfucking Nile River.
Oh, niggas got a new talk show?
No. That's the old shit. That's where I got to get my start at fucking around with
that. Was the original shit.
That was my
original
shit. Between the Nile River and BTB-TV, this is where I really started cutting my teeth in this YouTube shit. Learning the StreamYard and all that. So shout out to that side of the Nile River, man.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna say shout out to the Nile River. I ain't got no issues with them. Me and the other nigga, it is what it is. But everybody else shout him out. But it's a name that you just mentioned, son. BTB-TV. You see me and that nigga. Now you know him better than me because you from the nigga town. But as far as these YouTube streets, I know him before you on these YouTube streets. Cause me and this nigga go back, like me and Mecca go back. Me, Mecca, and this nigga was all together. You know what I mean? That nigga's a funny nigga, B. The nigga be with one nigga, you know what I mean? And ride the wave. But then when you check him about riding the wave, oh no, that wasn't me. I ain't do that. Fuck you mean you ain't do that? Nigga, I just synced it. I got 4 of these motherfuckers, not 2, nigga. I just synced it with my own eyes. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about, B? Yeah. But yo, man, other than that, man, like I said, like Compa said something, like we all came up in these YouTube streets together, man. We came out the mud. Word. Right, and like you said, if it wasn't for China, I wouldn't know Compa. If it wasn't for China, I wouldn't know none of these niggas. The only niggas I would know, if it wasn't for that 050 movement on these YouTube streets, would be Renee, would be King of New Jersey, BTV, would be Mac Mean, because I was fucking with Mac Mean for a minute, way before he in this shit.
Right.
Word.
Yeah, shout out to Mac Mean, though.
That's my nigga, Mac Mean. Yo, we about to do, I tell you what, this is what we about to do right here. I seen artists did the awards, right? Artists, you just sparked the inspiration. Artists more so you just sparked some inspiration and blah, blah. I give credit where credit is due. I seen artists do the awards. So right now on the spot, we go do an Ags Blocko. Ags me, y'all 2 niggas that's up on the panel, anybody in the chat, somebody stay reading the chat for me, Jersey J or somebody. Y'all ask me about how I feel about any of these niggas.
Ooh.
And I'm giving you about any of these niggas, any podcasters that we got out here that we fuck with in the dog center, whatever. If I watch them, I'm gonna give you my true opinion, how I feel about them. If I don't watch them, I'm just gonna say I don't know about that nigga. Ask me about anybody. We can start with 050, we can start with Dread Compo, we can start with Smitty, we can start with whoever. Ask me how I feel about a nigga.
All right, well, let's start with me.
Go ahead.
Let's start with Jersey J. Jersey J, when you first jumped out, you was very fucking entertaining. You had all the crackhead jokes and all this, that, and the third. But I seen off top, no freaky, you was a man. And when I say a man, I don't know your personal life, but you handled your business. Meaning you was out there working. I see you in the work truck. I see you doing this. I seen you doing that. And then you went on your trolling spur. I didn't even know you was a troll like that. I think when I first started seeing you trolling, you started trolling Harlem Legend. And I didn't even know you was on your shit like that. And I'm trying to be like, yo, be easy, because I was good with Harlem Legend at the time. But I'm like, yo, be easy. But then I saw what it was. But at the end of the fucking day, I think you are a very entertaining guy. I think that if you wouldn't have got in some of the beats that you got into with your style, like your shit would have been popped off like you wanted to pop off, because you're a very entertaining guy. Now, as far as what I know about you, the way you present yourself on these YouTube streets, I think it's all funny games with you until you feel like niggas cross the line. And when niggas cross the line, you on they top, no freaky. And at the end of the day, I respect that. That's how I feel about you.
I appreciate that.
All right, who next?
I really do.
Yo, bro, OG Sunday Block. Yeah, how you feel about my show? How you feel about the crib? Through all of everything. Shout out to everybody. How you feel I'm doing in the crib? If I keeping it clean, You know
what, Comfort? Before we even go to your crib, before we go specifically to your crib, I'm a nigga who told you day one when I first started fucking with you, when we was talking to each other on IG behind the scenes and all of that. I'm a nigga who told you day one, I said, yo, Compa, you could do this shit, B. You could do this shit, B. Just calm down a little, son. Whatever was popping off for you, but I ain't know that you had a whole, Clarice, salute, mama. I ain't know that you had some personal issues that went out there. I mean, the cases and all that, you was catching it, this, that, and the third. I ain't know nothing about none of that at the time. But day one, I called you the Spice. From day one, even when you was on 050, I called you the Spice. I said, it's China shit. That nigga is a general. I said, fucking, but you need Legend, because Legend is the fucking
the engineer
for this. Yeah. Not even really the engineer. Legend built for this YouTube shit. Like, he could switch a character on and off. Like, I don't know if this nigga really is behind the scenes in real life. We done had conversations back last year, 2 years ago, And he was just like, yo, nigga, that's just a character. Almost like Charleston White. Charleston White said it's just a character. So China is who he is. You gotta have the character part. Harlem Legend is the fucking character. At that time, Platinum Shine is the engineer behind the scenes, nigga. But Compa has always been the spice. He the curry. He the jerk. He the fucking Sazon. He the Goya. You know what I mean? You need that spice to make the dish complete. The dish could be a great fucking dish, but if you ain't add them spices, no freaky, the dish ain't gonna taste good. Compa the motherfucking spices everywhere he went. He been the spice. You see what I'm saying? On the Nile River. It was him and another nigga show along with Cuba, along with Black to the P, along with God the Brand, along with you, along with Fatty Act. It was y'all, but he was the fucking spice.
He was the 5-star general.
That's a fact. So getting to the crib, I always told you, my nigga, you could do this shit, B. Just calm down a little something, son. Take care of what you gotta take care of. But other than that, you could do this shit. And you doing your shit, son. We already know why your subscribers ain't where they supposed to be, because the nigga fucking cock-blocked you and smacked 106 niggas out in their fucking head. Yeah, I mean, but other than that, and I think some of the beef niggas ain't got it too. Niggas chose sides with some of these beef niggas ain't got it too. That a lot of these YouTube beef fuck niggas up. Like Compa, you supposed to be with your character, with your style. You supposed to be up there with HAITI'S. You supposed to be up there with these niggas with 50,000, 100K niggas, because you got that type of personality and that type of charisma, my nigga. You just gotta keep doing you, but keep doing you in a more positive way, like you've been on, B. Word.
Appreciate that, bro.
Word up,
you, bro.
Word. Who next? Who next?
Let's get to well, shit. Let's talk
you
about Artie
friend
Mortars.
Or foe, nigga. Friend or foe. Latin who?
Artie Mortars.
Artie's a funny nigga.
That's a funny little nigga.
Artie's a funny little nigga, B. And I don't call you little in a fucked up way, Artie. I'm only 5'6". I probably weigh more than you, but I'm a $170, $172, 75, somewhere up in there. I probably weigh more than you, but I'm only 5'6", nigga. But you's a funny nigga. Artie though. Artie say he on his positive shit, but I think Artie was jumping car to car. It appeared to be like he was jumping car to car, and when you jump car to car, you don't know if the nigga coming as a friend or if he coming as a foe. Because the nigga was rocking with HAITI'S crazy, then all of a sudden that got switched up some type of way. Then he rocked with, you know what I mean? He was rocking with 050, then the guy. But anyway, Artie the same way. Artie need to stay doing his platform and his platform only and grow his shit. Because that nigga got dumb charisma. That nigga got dumb fucking personality. Yeah, the nigga's entertaining. I give him that. He's entertaining. All right?
Yeah. I think he did a good job with that award show, too.
He did a great job with that award show. And it was a great idea. When he first dropped it, I typed in his comments, great fucking idea, my nigga. That was a great idea. Word. It was a bias as fuck, but it had to be biased.
I felt that way too.
It had to be though. It had to be but you got to give him credit for it. You can't look at the bias as any type of fucked up way, because the nigga told you off top, I'm only going off the content creators I watch. This is my judgment on the content creators that I watch, who I fuck with. So that lets you know he ain't watching everybody. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be about his people. So it was what it was.
But look, I tell you
what. And I know niggas gonna be salty about this. I know niggas gonna pop shit about this. I don't get two fucks. Yeah, I mean, niggas, I don't get two fucks. But at the end of the day, when I saw, and it's ain't because me and that nigga don't fuck around. Yeah, I mean, no freaky. But when I saw who won best dress, I said, what in the fuck? This nigga shops at City Trends. This nigga shops at Walmart, B. This nigga shops at motherfucking Marshalls and fucking Burlington Coat Factory and all type shit, B. How the fuck is this nigga? This nigga has no style, no swag whatsoever. And this ain't because if me and that nigga was still peoples, I would tell this nigga the same shit.
Same shit.
Black to the P is a way more flyer nigga than that nigga, B. When it come to putting your get right together.
Yeah.
Black to the P, a fly
Black
nigga.
to the P put it together. He do.
He put it together, son.
Shout out to Black to the P.
But out the name, but see, Black to the P wasn't in that category. Out the categories, you go bypass Hassan and fucking 10 Toes Down and say that nigga. Get the fuck.
See, that's why I think the biases be at. That's where the bias at, motherfucker. Hey, Artie, you ain't had to do that shit. You ain't throw that nigga no bone.
Nothing for nothing. Artisan was in that category. Artisan is a way more flyer nigga than that.
Than this nigga. Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
I want to say this to Art. Artie, I suggest your next award show, man. Whatever your categories are, man, post them shits on your YouTube channel as an opinion. Like, get people to vote on your topics. You know what I mean? And try to run it like that.
Well, give me your next content to do.
On you, Compa.
Shit.
Somebody in the chat. Give me some content creators. Ask me my opinion.
What you think? What you think about how you think that nigga 10 Toes Down be doing? Cause that nigga
shit. This motherfucker crazy.
The nigga 10 Toes Down. First of all, you gotta understand 10 Toes Down when it comes to his YouTube shit, he played many roles, but his first initial role, to my understanding, was a comedian, right? So the nigga found this lane, holding niggas accountable. The comedy shit worked for him, but it don't pop as much. The skits and all that good shit. But holding niggas accountable and talking shit about the niggas, whether he right or wrong. Whether I fuck with the nigga he talking shit about, whether I fuck with the nigga he talking shit about or not, that shit be funny. The nigga have receipts. It's only one nigga fucking with that nigga receipt game. It's only one other nigga in the YouTube section. Everybody hate that nigga, but I fucks with that nigga. But it's only other one nigga in the YouTube section that fucks with that nigga receipt game, and that's Knowledge Born. But that nigga receipt game, 10 Toes Down, his shit be on point. The nigga's a fucking funny ass nigga, and the nigga whole cat like you wouldn't expect this big ass nigga to be saying some of the shit he's saying. Or everything he do, it work for him. I give him that. No freaky.
Man, shout out to 10 Toes. I watched this shit from yesterday. I was just watching that.
I wish that shit with him and Zip wouldn't have started, yeah. I fuck with the nigga Zip with the trip, yo. Yeah. And that nigga be on point, son. He be on point. Now I see him and Harlem Legend beefing. Now that shit crazy. He putting the picture up of Harlem Legend. Harlem Legend look like unconscious.
Oh, that shit was. Oh man. Oh.
Yo, I got that shit paused right now as we speak it.
Hey, you see Harlem in the orange jumpsuit? That nigga look like unconscious from Dipset, B. Purple City Bird Gang, B.
I didn't finish watching it. I gotta watch it now.
Bro. He cooking. Hey, 10 Toes was cooking. That motherfucker was cooking last night.
Everybody said that shit. I didn't get to
son.
Shit.
This nigga, and mind you, this the thing about 10 Toes too. It's two niggas on the internet I don't want no smoke with. One is 10 Toes Down. The other one is Knowledge Born. I don't want no smoke with them niggas because them niggas. First of all, I know what it is. I think Knowledge Born. I think it's old. Like, I don't know this for sure, but it's my opinion. Ain't nobody ever talking to me about it. Jai shout it out. Pull up if you want to, Jai. The link down in there somewhere. But anyway, Knowledge Born old lady worked for the government some type of way, right? Public, she a lawyer, public defender, whatever. 10 Toes Down, his old lady feds or some type shit like that, right? So listen. This is where they be getting their shit from.
Yeah.
And once they get your fucking name, they got access better than these other little niggas got access. Mm-hmm. They got special type of access to niggas shit. So once they get your name, if you fall out of line with these niggas, it's gonna be a problem.
You on the radar.
Listen, that nigga 10 Toes Down and Knowledge Born. I don't really know 10 Toes Down like that, but we good money. Me and Knowledge Born be all right? That's my Brody right there. I ain't got to worry about Knowledge at all, but I don't want no smoke with them niggas, B, at all. But it's something on this nigga Harlem legend. That shit about to come out. And I don't want to see it. Not that I'm talking shit about Harlem. Say all the old 50 niggas, y'all ain't got to run back and say this nigga talking shit about niggas. I'm just saying how I see this shit playing out in front of me. And knowing that nigga's background, knowing that nigga's past, there's certain questions you only need to answer potential. All right, for example, when the whole shit started between me and old boy. When old boy was on 10 Toes Down, you should have never pulled up on 10 Toes Down show. First of all, the odds stacked against you. 10 Toes, he rock with 050 heavy. He rock with your beef heavy. What the fuck is you pulling up for? And if you watch this nigga, you know the nigga will bait you. He will line you up with mad questions to see how you go answer the questions. And if you lie, he throwing the fucking receipt out there. That was a given. Why would you put yourself in that situation? So listen, if that nigga ever called Blocko to pull up on his platform, I'm not coming. That nigga 10 Toes Down ever said, yo, Blocko, pull up, I'm not coming, B. It's no freaky. I ain't fucking with that nigga, B. I'm not fucking with that nigga, B. I'm not fucking with that nigga, sir, at all. Word.
Yeah, but shout out to both of them.
Word, shout out to both of them, yo. All right, JAIT'S, this is what we doing right now. JAIT'S TV, this is what we doing right now. Any content creator, whether they're a friend of mine, whether they're a foe of mine, whether I know him or I don't know him. You ask me, you just name a content creator's name. I'm gonna tell you if I watch him, I'm gonna give my opinion. If I don't watch him, I ain't got shit to say about him. I'm like, I don't know him. That's what we doing right now, JAIT'S.
How about DJ Bello?
See, I watched Compa shit. I ran the replay of Compa shit back this morning, right? When I was driving back to town and all that, I ran the replay back of Compa shit, right? Before I say, if you would have asked me that shit, even with asking me that shit now, but let's say you asked me that shit before I watched the replay, I'd have been like, I really don't know nothing much about him. I like the nigga, you know what I mean? Italian nigga, Paisan nigga, he bring that Sylvester Stallone shit to the YouTube streets and all that shit. I fucks with him, right? But then when I watched Compa shit last night, as soon as I pulled up, a nigga says, this nigga Sonny Block, a cocksucker nigga ass Sonny Blocko. And then I'm like, oh, who the fuck? So I had to run it back. I'm like, oh, who the fuck said that shit right there? I'm thinking it's Shakur, because Shakur a troll, and that's my nigga. We go back and forth. It wasn't Shakur, so we wound it back again. And I'm looking, because you know when people talking, you can see if they face not up, you can see their thing kind of flashing it as they talking, right? So I'm looking, the shit says cocksucker Sonny Blocko. I look, it's this nigga Velo. So I'm like, yo, let me see what this about right here, right? So before I jumped out the window, chestnut checkers, before I jumped out the window, this is why I said, even if you ask me the question, now you know what I'm knowing, I still would say the same thing. But because I had to replay it. If I wouldn't have replayed it and jumped out the window, I'd be popping shit about Boy right now. Right. I had to replay it. When I replayed it, shout it out, Saladin, shout it out. Saladin, this is what we doing right now, Saladin. Niggas is coming asking me about any fucking you missed the double R interview. It was a great interview. Play that back on the replay. But right now, niggas is asking me about any fucking content creator, whether friend or foe, how I feel about him if I watch him. All right, so back to Velo. So when I watched this shit, I'm like, yo, let me see what the fuck this nigga right here talking about. I ain't got this nigga on IG, but I'm ready to get at a nigga on IG. Anybody who know me, if I feel a certain way, whether you told niggas I did it or you didn't tell niggas I did it, I ain't feeling bitty badass. I ain't talking no shit. I'm just telling you who I am. If I feel a certain way, if I ain't got your number, I hit you on IG and your DM, I ask you what that was about. I done hit a few niggas about that. So I'm about to look for this nigga on IG and ask this nigga what the fuck that shit is about. But it's a good thing I didn't. I kept it running and I kept it playing. And I think what it was about. He's a loyal 050 nigga. Some type of way along the line, I guess he think me and 050 got beef. Me personally, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what 050 talk about behind the scenes. I ain't there, but I doubt as much. Especially from one nigga, I'ma doubt as much at all. That'd be the brim. But any fucking way, I don't know what they got, how niggas feel about something, but he must feel Blocko an enemy of 050. And he a 050 loyalist, right? Because later on in the conversation, Shakur asked me a question. He said, hey, yo, Blocko, didn't you come from Sonetta side of town? I'm like, nah, I ain't never been on Sonetta side of town. Me and Renee, me and Mecca go back because me and Mecca used to be on another platform, but King of New Jersey was at. That's how I know Mecca. But my introduction to YouTube was the nigga Glaze, because I said some shit in the chat that me and Mecca came from. I said some shit in the chat about Glaze. Glaze took away to it and he tried to call me out in his type of way to pull up on him and do an interview. So that's why I pulled up on the nigga and did an interview. He was a great nigga doing the interview. I think he's a good man doing the shit he's doing now, but he's still a snitch. But that's why I did my first interview with Glaze. And I said, but I was born Blocko, meaning I came into the game OG Sonny Blocko. 050 ain't birthed me, but 050 gave me my shine. They gave me my recognition. They was the first niggas to let me step on their platform and do my 1-2. You understand? And once I said that, Velo said, "Oh, salute. I salute that shit." So once I played it back and I heard all of that, once I said what I said about 050, not even knowing how he felt about it, you know what I mean? But once I knew I said what I said about 050, he was like, "Oh, all right, this nigga just in his own lane. He ain't got no beef with them niggas." Right. He'll proudly say niggas gave him his shine. And after that, the whole temperament switched. So once I saw that, I was like, oh, ain't no sense in me to hit this nigga. Because I was ready to hit the nigga with the cocksucker shit. Right. I knew at the end of the day, when I ran it back to see if it was Shakur, I was like, nah, Shakur ain't gonna say no shit like that. That was said like some fucking Rocky 2. Sylvester Stallone type shit. That Italian nigga said that shit right there, son. Let me check this nigga. But then I ran the shit back. I was like, oh, he just an 050 loyalist. I ain't got no problem with that. Shout it out. Yeah. So DJ Velo, to answer your question, I think the nigga platform, he had little 400 or whatever subscribers right now. I subscribed to the nigga yesterday doing the Artist Morrison interview, right? I think the nigga keep pushing. I think he the only one in his lane. He bring that fly ass Italian shit to these streets. I think if he keep in that lane, he gonna be good money. Word.
Yeah, I think he could be the motherfucking Vlad of this side of YouTube. Yeah.
Shut up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have something right there. That's how I feel about DJ Velo. But yep. DJ Velo, nothing for nothing, son. I am who I am. Yeah, I ain't saying that. You know what I mean? I could beat your ass if I can't. Oh, I can't beat your ass, nigga. But I ain't scared to walk the dogs. And I was about to hit you in your fucking DM, like, nigga, what? But I'm me, chestnut checkers. I let this shit play out, and I saw where the temperament changed that, and I can't hold you for that. You was just doing your job as an 050 nigga. I can't hold you for that.
Right. Yeah, shout out to Velo though, real.
All right, who else? Somebody give me another one. Somebody give me another one. It's a couple of niggas' names. I'm surprised you ain't asked me yet.
I'm trying to avoid controversy.
Nah, we ain't gotta avoid shit. I just said friend or foe, my nigga. Friend or foe.
It's on you, Compa. I asked the last one.
Oh, okay. Shit. Goddamn. What you think about? I want to talk about this. What you think about Dice shit?
Dice, you ain't gonna like this one, Playboy.
Oh shit.
It is what it is. It's my honest opinion.
I'm going to go get my popcorn.
Pawn itself. This is my honest opinion. Whip Wop, shout it out, Playboy. This is my honest opinion on the big Dice shit. I don't know the nigga from a can of paint. And I'm only any nigga I'm talking about right now, I'm only judging them for these YouTube streets. These YouTube streets may not be their personality, may not be their character, but it's the personality and the character that they present on these streets. So this is what I'm judging it from. That nigga Dice, I got nothing to do with the mishap that happened between him and China Brim and China Brim's pops. Shout it out. I got nothing to do with none of that. I could see how that got misconstrued. I could see how that got fucked up. And knowing how China is, how he is, China is gonna take that situation to heart. Like, nigga, oh, you fucked up. That's my pops right there. Fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. It is what it is. So I got nothing to do with that. That's a sticky situation, no freaky. I got nothing to do with that. I ain't concerned about that. I ain't concerned about you was at 050 and you fell out with 050. A lot of niggas was at 050 and left 050 or fell out with 050. That ain't to discredit 050. It's just a strong personality that runs that platform over there, and he's a drill sergeant, or better than that, he's a fucking general. And as a general on his motherfucking army, he run his shit how he sees fit. So I ain't got shit to do with that, right? But Dice, seem like, son, everybody you didn't rock with, son, you end up popping shit about, son. Now, since you like to play psychiatrist on your show, since you like to give analysis on your show and break niggas down, I'm gonna break you down right now, G. And this is how I see you. This shit may be taken as a form of disrespect by you, so off top, I'm gonna say all respect due, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, all respect due. But this is how I see you, as respectfully as I could say it, and all respect due. So I watch you jump from platform to platform, rock with niggas, fall out with niggas, rock with niggas, fall out with niggas, rock with niggas, fall out with niggas. I watch you praise a nigga, then pop shit about a nigga, befriend a nigga, then pop shit about a nigga. Same thing with the women. That's why I had to turn the camera off yesterday, because I really didn't want to be. It was funny as shit. I didn't want you to think I was laughing in your face when Compa came up and was like, yeah, because the black man is God and the black woman is earth. And then he went to fucking Ike Turner the next minute. Bitch, anime, eat the cake. I'll fuck you up. Because that's how you be looking on these streets, son. You be looking like, how you gonna have a positive message when you talk all this shit about the black woman and what men supposed to be doing in relationships and how this relationship will work and ladies' night and date night and all this shit. But then you beefing with real live women on these streets, calling them all out their name on these YouTube streets and all type bullshit. This is what I think it is, son. You ask me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Since you personally like to get psychoanalysis. I'm not no fucking psychologist, but I'm an everyday man who could make 1 and 1 2 and not make that shit add up to 16. So let's make your 1 and 1 make 2, homie. Was raised by a single mother. You say that your single mother out your mouth, no freaky, was the side piece. All right. So you had no father figure in your household. So that means that for most of your child, adolescent, preteen life, whatever, you was watching your mother. And see, this is the sad things that happens in a single parent household when the man is watching his mother. I'm not calling you a homosexual. I'm not calling you a punk. I'm not calling you none of that shit. I think you're a heterosexual. I think you like women. So let's get that understood off top. But this is what happens when a man is raised by a single woman. You're watching her emotions and her reactions to everything. And you think that is the way human beings react to everything. No, homie, that's the way women react to shit. That's the way women react to shit. Men don't react to shit like that. Right? See, if you had a male in your household, you will understand that men react differently and women react differently. I think you're a very bright man. Very intelligent man. I think all of that of you, right? I hold you in high regard when it comes to that. But when it comes into almost like this bipolar shit you be giving off, I really think that comes from you being raised in a single household, son, and watching a female. Maybe she may have been a strong female figure, the best female figure she could have been for you. May have been the best mother she could be for you. Or the mother could love you to her core. And I'm sure your mother, R.I.P., loved you to her core. But a mother can't teach you how to be a man. It ain't a woman on the planet Earth that can teach a man how to be a man.
No, sir.
It ain't a woman on the planet Earth that could teach a man how to be a man.
No, sir.
So with that said, homie, all respect due, my nigga. But you was watching your mother's emotions and reactions to situations and comparing that to humanity reactions to situations. No, homie, it's a difference. That's a woman's reaction. And the way you be flipping on niggas and taking the smallest shit as a form of disrespect, for example, me personally, when you got into it with Compa and that y'all was going through and Compa pulled you up on the platform, Compa gave you about 50 times to get it, say what's your fucking problem. You kept acting like something was wrong with your fucking internet or your Wi-Fi. To the first 2 or 3 times, niggas is thinking you for real. But after the shit happened 10 and 7 times, and then You supposedly your shit is clear, and nigga, you like, yo, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Then you do this shit. You don't say a fucking word. We grown men, homie. Compa did his grown man job. He invited you to his platform to clear the beef, to clear the air, right? He invited you to his platform to do that. That was the manly situation. You pulled up, me thinking you on man time. You go pull up on man time, but when you pull up on man time, you ain't on no man time. You on playing games time.
Yes, sir.
So while you playing games, niggas is on. This ain't the time for games, nigga. Niggas is on grown man and grown women time because there's women in there too. This ain't the time for games. You pull up playing games. So when I go to your platform, I went to your platform. Matter of fact, before you started your live, you had just put up your live and it was on the countdown. So I went to your platform and I typed in there the first thing before anybody got in there. I said, "Hey, yo, what the fuck, Dice? You done got yourself into. We better than this." That nigga didn't give a fuck about the you better than this part. That mean I'm bigging you up, nigga. You better than this, nigga. What you done got yourself into, nigga? Now you ain't give a fuck about that part. See, watching your mother. The only part you gave a fuck about is I said, "Hey, yo, Dice, what the fuck?"
Right. But I think, you know what?
This nigga went on his platform talking about, "Hey, yo, Sonny, I'm disappointed in you. You ain't do this, you ain't do that. The first thing you said is, 'Hey, yo, Dice, what the fuck? What type of female shit is that, homie? What type of female shit is that, homie? Homie, I said, 'Hey, yo, Dice, what the fuck you done got yourself into, nigga? You better than this.'" Cool. You ain't give a fuck about the you better than this part. Only thing you gave a fuck about was I said, "Hey, yo, what the fuck, Dice?" Like I totally disrespected you by saying that shit. I could say, "Hey, yo, what the fuck, Ree?" Ree ain't gonna feel no way about that shit. And she a fucking woman. I could say, "Hey, yo, what the fuck, Beck ain't gonna feel no way about that. And she a woman." I could say, "Hey, yo, what the fuck, Clarice ain't gonna feel no way about that. And she a woman, nigga. Why the fuck is you feeling a way about that?" That's your bananas.
Hey.
That's crazy.
I can't hear you, Sonny.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
So, Dice, me personally, Dice, I think you be in your feelings too much for these YouTube streets. And if you go be on, it's like the construction site, nigga. I tell every nigga come to work for us, nigga, if you ain't got tough skin, this ain't where you want to be. It's a construction site. Ain't mostly number men and fucking balls around here. No freaky. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a construction site. Nigga, you gotta treat these YouTube streets like a construction site, nigga. Nigga, your skin might be a little too, you know what I mean? To be up in these streets, man. You might need to go to another sector or something, man. Because you beefing with everybody that you started out having good times with. No freaky.
Everybody. But guess what, OG? Guess what, Uncle NJ? Guess what, everybody? Tonight I get to speak my piece on DJ Velo show. Yeah.
Right.
You want me to come? Because everybody was trying to hit me up. You see that? You know what I'm talking about, OG Sunny Block. You see, everybody was like, yo, it was supposed to be fucking goddamn Artie Morris's show, but I want Velo, yo, Cop, I want you to pull up. I want you to pull up. He just was telling me before he did the show.
He even called you during the show.
Yes, he did. I had about everybody was calling me. I seen so much F7 God, Velo, everybody was calling me. I was comatose, bro. I was fucking comatose. I get up, I watch the show, I see him up there. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing up there? Then when he talking, he got my name in his mouth. I'm like, what again?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, bro? Listen, you can't say anything about me. I've been around all these people for damn near 2 years, and ain't none of them can say I sit and do the shit that you say, and I'm doing. These people been around me, so how am I going to get around you? China can't even say the shit. So who is you? For you, what are you doing? Why you keep having my name in your mouth? Well, I'm gonna talk my shit today. I'm gonna talk my shit today.
Yeah, save it for Velo.
Save it for Velo.
Save it for Velo.
Shout it out, Velo, yo. What time y'all doing this tonight?
I think it's 8 o'clock.
Tune in, everybody in the chat. Tune in the Velo at 8 o'clock. I dropped the link in the building. Anybody who want to pull up, they can pull up. All right, who the next?
Hey, Sonny. Let me add something to what you were just talking about when in reference to Dice. When Dice was up on the show and he was acting like he was having audio issues or what have you. After that, after he left the crib, he ran his own live. And the narrative he spun on his live was nobody let him talk over there. That's where he lost me. That's where, like, I seen that, and I unsubscribed. I said, this nigga for real, like, on some other shit. I unsubscribed and everything. I lost respect for him at that point. I was good because even after the bullshit audio issue, right? I got the notification that he was going live. Of course, I go check in, like everywhere. I check in everywhere. And I'll go check in. I get the notification. He's running and I'm watching him. And then when he got to the point saying that nobody over there would let him talk, that was like an outright lie. He lost me. That's where he lost me. Although I might not mean nothing to him or whatever, but I took my motherfucking subscription and I left him a thumbs down.
7 God, peace, God. All right, who the next Jersey J? It's on you. Next content creator.
Let's get to
Hold on. 7 God. I think you just came in the building. 7 God. You missed the double R interview. That was I'm not capping. That was a great interview. 7 God. You might need to watch that replay. But right now, even people in the chat, if you want to, shout out your favorite content creator, and that's what we go talk about. Look who just pulled up. Shout it out.
Oh shit.
Shout it out.
Oh shit.
I'm surprised y'all ain't called this nigga name yet. Somebody asked me how I feel about this nigga. Eh?
All right, well, it's my turn. How you feel about this nigga?
How I feel about China Brim. I shout it out. On G shit, my honest opinion. I don't give a fuck about how Son came to these YouTube streets. I said off top, and I told him that it did what it was supposed to do. It was a move to make him pop, and it made him pop. So I don't give a fuck about that. The nigga jumped in his own lane, and he made a lot of niggas think that niggas could jump in that lane and do the same shit he was doing. It ain't possible, right? Now, as far as his platform, that shit was fucking fun over there. Every day I pulled up, whether I pulled up at work, whether I pulled up at the crib, whatever the conversation was, that shit was fun over there. R.I.P. Rockstar Little Man, R.I.P. King Sebastian. As I said before, everybody, if you got your own movement and it's your movement, regardless if you got players that may be semi-equal or just as equal as you, if you started that movement is your movement. You are the general of that movement. The general of his or her movement could run that movement how they choose to run that movement. Right. If some agree with it, they agree with it. If some don't agree with it, they don't agree with it. Regardless of what, that's his movement. That's why I always say I can't talk about anybody else. I could just talk about Blocko. That's why I always said when the shit happened between Blocko and 050, because I was rocking with Wax AP when Compa was over there and all that good shit. I stated before, I ain't had no beef with these niggas. I ain't really know if it's that serious. Yeah, I'm gonna rock where the fuck I want to rock at. Then I felt the way like, yo, how niggas gonna tell me where I could go or try to make insinuations where I could go and where I can't go, and I'm older than these niggas. I'm a grown fucking man, just like they grown men. Then I felt like, yo, what the fuck, Compa and fucking this nigga, they doing lives together. They ain't got back together. What the fuck is the problem? But at the end of the fucking day, that nigga always showed me love. What that nigga, like I said, I was born Blocko. I hit these YouTube streets, OG Sonny Blocko, but that nigga in 050 gave me my recognition and my shine. So with that said, I got number love for 050, regardless if I fuck with these niggas or not. And like I said, as I explained in the DJ Velo situation, when I saw it play out in the DJ Velo situation, I said, oh, nah, I can't fault Son. I can't fault Son. Son doing his job. When he heard what I said, you saw how the whole temperament switched. And I didn't even know he was on that type of time until I said what I said, and I said the same shit. I came in the game Blocko, but 050 gave me my recognition. He said, "Oh, salute, salute," and after that shit, the whole temperament changed. So at the end of the day, Playboy, hey yo, Brim to the stone, my nigga. Anywhere I see you be, nigga, I shout you out. Love is love. We talk, we send search in the background that only between me and you every now and then. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how we keep it. So with that said, son, honor and respect 050, keep doing what they think. It's the dark side and everything, Glico. And that's who gave me my recognition. Salute.
Salute. How you
I wouldn't have known a motherfucker.
How you brothers doing today, man?
Son, we had a great live with that nigga Double R, Double R, he did his thing. Double R did his thing. Yo, shout out Double R, B.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. You know, I was on my break, so I said, let me pop out, man. I'm bored.
Yeah, pop out, son. Pop out. You ain't gotta pop out with Blocko when you bored. You can pop out with Blocko, nigga, when you not bored. Fuck you talking about, nigga. But yo, yeah, you need to watch that interview with Double R. That shit is great.
Hey yo, what the fuck? This is my first time seeing you smoking since we was on the fucking roof in 1280 on 1292, nigga. I see this nigga smoke.
I supervise this stupid shit, so I get bored, and I just, I get these free, these little stupid ass black and mild. So I can't burn, I can't have my drink or nothing, and it's you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting.
Yo, China. I don't know if you know what we're doing.
I'm waiting to get home so I can get my weekend drink, man.
I don't know if you know what we're doing right now, China. What we're doing right now, niggas is asking me about any platform, and I'll give my honest opinion about how I feel about niggas. So you throw out a platform name.
Say that again. You about what? Any platform? What?
Niggas is asking me about any platform, whether friend or foe. If they think I watch them, if I fuck with them, they asking me how I feel about that platform. So you throw out a name.
What is the platforms you talked about already?
Any the platforms that's supposed to be in the dark side. We called 10 Toes platform. Yeah, we called 10 Toes already. We just was talking about 050 when you popped up. What a coinky dink. Then we was talking about Compa Show, and we was talking about Jersey J. Who else out there?
Who else out there that you feel doing a good job or a bad job?
Nah, not even feel doing a good job. He just named the platform and asked me what I think about that platform.
Yeah.
Or that person.
It's hard for me to say that because I'm gonna be honest. Y'all already know, man. Yeah, I watch certain platforms, but
this nigga don't really be watching nigga shit. That's what I'm about to say.
I just be having them shits on. I get niggas they views, man. I just be in the house doing me. I don't really until I catch something that they say on it, then I watch it. But
right.
If he can't come for one, Jersey J, you give me one. No freaking.
I think
go ahead. I know what name you want to hit, nigga. I know you what name you want to hit, nigga.
Right? Harlem Legend.
Nah, we ain't speak on me. Harlem Legend.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't think it was possible. As I said before, back to the 050, because I know Harlem for 050. So when you start from the foundation, as I said before, China Brim is the general, Platinum Shine is the engineer, the way I saw it. When Compa was on there, he was the seasoning. You need the seasoning to make the food taste good and fucking hold me behind the scenes one time. And your son, that's just a character, B. And with that being said, he plays his fucking character well. He plays so fucking well. He plays so fucking well that you may not like that fucking character. Not saying you don't like this nigga.
Right.
You're not saying you don't like the nigga. The character is so fucking good. You may not like the character, or you may like the character. But what I respect about the nigga, which I ain't think was possible. What I respect about the nigga, which I ain't think was possible, was how he jumped into this battle rap shit. And I would tell you why I ain't think it's possible, Harlem Legend.
He always, before 050, before we got together, he always was into battle rap. That was his thing.
I ain't know none of that.
I didn't know that.
I ain't know none of that. All I knew was 050. So when he made that switch, and I saw how the shit played out, even because now I'm starting to look at the fucking when he battle rap. I know it was a marketing employee regardless. If he wanted, it was a marketing employee, but I'm trying to see, even with the loss, was that part of the marketing employee? Because I know the nigga mind be thinking like that. He a well-equipped, well-engineered mind. And that shit popped for that nigga. But I ain't think it was gonna pop for the nigga. Because Harlem be trying to talk like he young, but that nigga in his 40s, so that mean he old hair like us. So I was like, yo, who the fuck gonna want to hear this nigga talk about this shit? But son, my hat's off to you. You did your job at that shit.
See, a lot of dudes don't know when we spoke about, like, I tell dudes to, you know, in the movement, we ain't trying to make this just YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we got other shit that's out of side of YouTube. I just was in the studio with this Florida nigga yesterday. That he 050 now, and we, you know, we making music. We got the merch. I'm surprised the merch is hitting crazy. But I told Harlem, like, you need a second home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have an A and B plan. You just can't be on the YouTube shit. You gotta realize YouTube, it fluctuates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 1 month you'll do good on YouTube, next month you don't. It ain't because of your content, it ain't because of you. It's because the system of YouTube, when they start paying too many niggas on YouTube, they start slowing down notifications and pushing you out in the algorithm. That's why you see niggas just stuck with 10 people, 300 people. You stuck on that algorithm until YouTube open you up. Like right now, if you look at YouTube, why you think I slowed down on content? And I told Harlem to do the same. Because it's a time period where they ain't, with YouTube, they like, yo, we send out too much money. We got to calm it down for 6 months, 4 months. So they stop pushing, they stop pushing your shows. So you gotta have other things. You gotta have other things that you could, you know what I'm saying, bring that money to you other than YouTube. So Harlem, you know, he know Murder Mook. He know all these guys personally.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, Harlem, open up a platform. That's where he started, him and Kai. They started Too Real for Battle Rap. And that shit blew up. Toured up the battle rap shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, he worked hard. That's the only thing I be wanting to see my niggas work hard.
Right.
That's it. And he showed me all of that. Without him just relying on 050 the movement, he showed me that he could brand his own name. And that's hard for a lot of niggas to do, because a lot of niggas get stuck on just the bullshit YouTube world. But it's bigger than YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This right here is just a promotion platform. This just to get your name out, get whatever that you trying to, your merch or whatever you trying to do, and also to gain relationships and make connects.
Right.
From people all over the world. Now, if you ain't utilizing that, it, you know, personally, some people see the way how I think is crazy. Even though to me it works. If I'm not utilizing the people who I deal with on YouTube, there's no reason for me to be on YouTube, because I'm not benefiting nothing off of it. And that's just the way it is. If I'm not accumulating nothing, if I don't see no progress, because I can always come up on YouTube and argue and go crazy.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't want that just to be me, because I done did that for a whole year to get where I'm at.
Right.
Now with a process of being yourself and taking your brand somewhere else. Now I'm dealing with people who I never thought I'd deal with. I'm on the phone with people who I never thought I'd be on the phone with.
Power move.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when it comes to Harlem Legend from the 050, I stay on him and he stay on me, because our work ethics is there. We put all our People say, oh yeah, y'all niggas don't argue. I just now was on the phone calling Harlem Legend a bitch, everything.
Mm.
And then once I drink, tonight, I'm gonna call him and say, I'm sorry. You my brother. It's just that you got on my motherfucking nerves.
That's how that shit works.
But I would never come on a platform and throw his laundry out in the same way he won't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we know when it's time to go to war, we know all that other shit is gonna be put to the side.
Right.
And we're gonna handle our situation. And that's the thing that's the thing I think what's going on. I tell people I don't have hate for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I love to see niggas, even niggas who go at 050, niggas who violate us. I love to see niggas, but what are you accumulating when you do that? That's the only thing. I hope it brings you success.
Yeah, if it ain't bringing you no numbers, it ain't bringing you no success, nigga. What the fuck is you doing with it? If you got the same motherfuckers that was there a year ago when you was talking about the same nigga, nobody different in the motherfucker. The same niggas is there from a year ago when you was talking about the same nigga on numerous occasions, and the same nigga still there. Nobody knew there. What the fuck are you doing it for, B?
Right.
You don't make no sense to me.
And then when I tell dudes, I've been telling dudes for how long? I was one of the first person to tell everybody, don't believe in everything you see on YouTube.
Fact.
People say, oh yeah, y'all make up gimmicks, y'all do all this. When you go to the movies or when you turn your TV on and you see an actor, don't you realize that's a gimmick? But you entertain, right?
Yeah.
It's a character. Word.
It's entertainment.
You entertain.
Get your popcorn.
I tell dudes, you gotta learn how to separate your life and entertainment. You can't. I've been telling niggas while y'all argue and go through each other, you got niggas like me, 10 Toes Down, Hassan Campbell, we laugh at this shit. Respectfully. And I've been telling niggas this for the longest. Don't believe in everything you do and what you do out in these streets. You keep that
just
shit
said
off
it
your YouTube. Because everybody, even me, is tangible. And that's just the way it is. That's only if you got it. That's on, especially if you're on YouTube. I see a lot of niggas on YouTube and they fucked up. They broke. They try to act like they ain't, but they broke.
Talk on it.
You're
Talk
tangible.
on that shit.
You're like people don't know I work.
Talk on that shit.
People don't know I work until I allow people to know I work. I got a great job. Everybody know that. I need that 401 plan and I need 050 and I need this. I get
you stacking.
Money.
You stacking.
I'm stacking.
Thank you.
How much it costs to plant something on a nigga head to plant a seed? Because these niggas is broke.
Right.
Talk on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Only thing I tell niggas, if you're gonna be on here and you're gonna make content on niggas, make content in a great way where you benefiting off of it. And is something that I taught Harlem Legend. I taught Kai. Kai's hitting. I taught Kai. I try to teach everybody that from the dark side. Stop trying to be so real on YouTube because nobody don't care. If you get killed, nobody ain't coming to your funeral on YouTube.
Right, that way. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fucking fact, B. That's why I switched my shit up. That's why I switched my shit up.
And El Campo, you know I love you, nigga. Stop bringing these YouTube niggas to the place where you lay your child heads at. Because you never know what's gonna happen later on in the future. I didn't know. Respectfully, I'm telling you that as a brother. You will laugh with a nigga right now, and tomorrow he'll want to kill you.
Yeah.
That's a
Don't
whole
try
fact.
to make your house into a YouTube world where everybody know where you live at. You putting your family in danger. I will never bring a nigga off of YouTube to my house, homie. Or know where the fuck I'm living at. And that just only one person got away with it. And that taught me a lesson that I live by.
Right.
Think on that shit.
That taught me a lesson. And I would never put my family in danger again. And that's just it.
Right.
Only thing I want you niggas to do is wake up. Stop trying to make YouTube your life and make everything supposed to be real on YouTube. People want to be entertained. They don't want to hear about how gangster and what you're gonna do on the streets because nobody don't care.
That's a fact. Yo, why you saying that right there though?
Life? You think I'm gonna risk my job, everything I got, and I accomplished for YouTube, nigga?
Why you said that right there though? That's the reason why I had switched my whole shit up. Why I started doing the pre-records and try to start doing different fucking shit on these YouTube streets. Cause I'm like, yo, this shit crazy out here, man. You don't know what to believe, what not to believe. Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to be a gangster. Right. And some niggas are really tough and some niggas are really gangster, but you don't know what's what and who's who on these streets. So it's best just switch your whole shit up. And that's my story falling back,
you could be tight with a nigga on YouTube, you don't know. Somebody, and you don't think that.
Jersey J, mute your mic. Jay, you got something in the background. Jay, mute your mic. You got some old movie or some shit playing in the background.
Yeah, don't think everybody on YouTube is. See, this is the thing. Everybody think everybody is pussy on YouTube. It won't throw a bag on the nigga head. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, the niggas that sit next, that's why you don't see me. I don't stand around niggas. You don't see me with a bunch of niggas. I be with Harlem and niggas don't even know I be with Harlem and Platinum. But we ain't gonna put it on YouTube every day. I'm not gonna walk the streets every day. Nah, nigga, I don't want you niggas in my business. Only thing I post is when a nigga who's on my level talk shit and I show them what I got. And then I leave it alone.
Right.
Is well protected. Don't bring the bullshit to YouTube. Cause the shit that I see that's going on ain't shit but clown shit. I'm being honest. Now, if
that depends on that depends on where you at with it, like what you watching. I mean, certain sectors, especially in this dog sector, it's a lot of bullshit going on. That's a fact. It's a lot of bullshit going on.
Whole lot. Unnecessary.
Whole lot of bullshit. But yo, hold on though.
I don't want to bring no names up, but I hear a lot.
Now that's what we was doing. That's what I'm telling you. That's what we was doing. We got to get back to what the fuck we was doing, nigga.
A lot about people who know each other, people who was raised around each other, even people who had on YouTube who had a connection. It seems like every 6 months or every 3 months, I'm like, all right, yeah, they cool. I say this shit to myself, yeah, they cool right now. Just give them 2-3 months, and it happens. And I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. Next thing you know, if I'm gonna talk about you, let's talk about you being a bitch, you being a faggot, and we can live on to the next day. I'm not gonna talk about your mother. I'm not gonna talk about your father. I'm not gonna talk about your kids. I'm not gonna do that, respectfully, because it ain't that serious. If I could talk, because if you talk about my mother and my kids,
it's lit.
Most likely, and I put this on everything. I'm on.
That's why I don't talk about niggas' moms. Fuck out of here.
There's gonna be no apologies. It ain't no like. I'm starting to see this. Oh yeah, you talk about my wife today, and I'm your friend tomorrow. Is you crazy?
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't want to say certain things, but nigga, if we ever hit traffic, it's over.
If it's in traffic, nigga, it's a wrap. And and I always say that shit can go two ways.
Oh yeah, definitely. Could go two ways. But if you're thinking man, I always put my money on the thinking man.
Well, I'm a thinker.
Always put my money on the thinking man.
But every nigga doing their shit, I can't tell every nigga what to do or how to do it. I just tell niggas, choose your friends wisely.
Word.
That's it. Because the nigga who you around probably be the nigga who get you knocked down.
Word.
Right though. Right though.
It's real shit.
It happens. It happens a lot.
Sometimes it don't be the nigga who intentionally supposed to get knocked down. It be the nigga who's with the nigga. Oh yeah, he fucked with what's the name, and nigga knock you down.
Nigga, that shit go on these YouTube streets every fucking day. What we talking about?
Like me, some shit happened. I'm not even there.
Right.
But just that the wrong 050 niggas was around and niggas handled that situation.
Facts.
I didn't say nothing.
Y'all niggas deep.
You know what I'm saying? It just what it is. And that made me understand that sometimes you got to think for others who represent you. You can't just think that, I'm on YouTube and everybody screaming Glico. And if a nigga is screaming this other shit, that he ain't gonna get his head bust. Because I know a bunch of niggas who's, man, I catch that nigga China. I love you, but I'm opening this nigga shit like a can top. So you gotta sometimes think for other niggas as a whole, and I'm talking in general.
Alright, but yo, watch this though. We ain't about to turn Marshall into the China Brim show. Hey yo, we about to get back today that fucking content creator, yo.
Alright, y'all go ahead. I'm about to finish work. I'm sorry.
Yo.
Salute. Thank you for pulling up though. Salute. You already everything. Please go.
Salute. Yep.
Yeah.
That's General China right there.
But go ahead though, Jersey J.
Nah, I was just gonna say, I wanted to
need another content creator.
The next content creator?
Yeah, I need another content creator.
Hoodies up.
Ali?
Yes, sir.
Ali. Let me see what I think about Ali.
Shout out to O-Live.
I think Ali is a great person and a great spirit from what I see on these YouTube streets. I don't know him personally. You know what I mean? I think he's a great person, a great spirit, but he letting these YouTube streets become a little bit personal for him. Hey, yo, Playboy. Niggas go say what the fuck they go say. Niggas go violate however the fuck they want to violate. Matter of fact, they go think that the worst possible shit they could think of to say to violate you. Keep that in your head. No freaky. Keep that in your mind. And this shit won't be affecting you the way it's affecting you. It ain't nothing but entertainment, Playboy. I'm used to happy-go-lucky, jolly Oliver on these YouTube streets. That was how you presented yourself. That was your character when you first came through. No freaky. Keep it like that, homie. Don't let this shit get up under your skin, B. Niggas go pop shit and try to say some of the most outlandish shit they could possibly say to violate you, B. It is what it is, homie. Don't let that shit fuck with you, B. That's a fact, Mecca. That's a fact. It is what it is. Other than that, keep doing you, homie. Keep making niggas laugh. Keep being, you know what I mean? Even though a lot of niggas may not be watching your shit or whatever, somebody turn on your shit and get a laugh. Even if they number for like 2 minutes off, it's for the whole fucking time you want. Somebody getting a laugh out your shit. So as long as you keep putting a smile on people's faces and brightening up their hearts, that's your job on these YouTube streets, homie. Don't let that other bullshit get on your skin, because niggas go violate, B. Word. Yeah. Niggas go violate.
Word.
That's a fact. Mecca, give me somebody. Empress Cat, give me a content creator. Friend or foe. Let's talk about it.
Hey, listen.
It's Blocko's opinion.
Hey, listen. I gotta slide off, man. I'm taking my dog down by the riverfront. We're gonna let a motherfucker chase some seagulls today.
Like you about to get it. Don't be trying to stun on me like you about to get on your white boy shit. Nigga, get on this white boy shit real quick, compa. Yeah, I'm about to take this dog down by the riverside.
Listen, okay,
listen. You're going strolling down by the riverside.
Let me say this.
This nigga ain't from Elizabeth. This nigga from Jersey Shores and some shit. This nigga on his Jersey Shores shit. We're taking a dog down by the riverside. We're gonna take a nice little stroll
I'm
through the
about to take her
mountains
to
and
the
the hills.
riverfront. Yeah, I'm about to take her to the riverfront. She like chasing them goddamn seagulls.
Word, that's what's up.
You know,
That's what's
but
up. Thank you for
I'm gonna
pulling
throw
up,
in my
though.
big
Thank you for
ass
support.
truck too. I'm gonna throw in my big ass truck too. The
You know,
white
I
boy
know.
truck.
And you know what? You see, this is, you know, another thing. Now I'm gonna leave that alone. I was about to make you stay for a minute. No freaky. I'm gonna leave that
Nah,
alone. I'm
stay
about to
for a
say,
minute. I can
how
stay for a
can
minute.
how can a nigga possibly talk shit about you and you help the nigga move from one state to another state?
Yeah, and listen, I only charged that nigga
Where the fuck
$150.
they do
Listen,
that at, B?
all I asked that nigga, I said, listen, get me from Delaware to Jersey. Get me
Yes.
from Jersey to motherfucking Pennsylvania, and get me from Pennsylvania to Delaware. I got the tolls. I got an easy pass. I write that shit off, right? Just get me there. I know you starting over. I know whatever you sitting on, you need to get through until you find your next step out here, whatever.
Empress
I'm
Cat
good.
said New Jersey J. That's what we're talking about right now, Cat.
So,
Empress Cat through her
yeah,
content
that's
did
how
out
that
there in
was.
Jersey J.
But yeah, for a nigga like that to take a shot at a nigga, I love my big truck. That big truck get me money.
All right, let me answer Empress Cat. At one time, I fucked with that nigga crazy. We practiced the same culture and all that shit. But that nigga, nothing for nothing, that nigga's a snake.
New Jersey,
that nigga's a snake. Yeah, and to come to find out, the platform that we all come from, me, him, and Mecca, no freaky, the platform we was all on, right? It's funny because he started out beefing with that nigga, then they became so-called brothers, then they went back to beefing. He started out beefing with 10 Toes Down, then he want to be on 10 Toes Down coattails. He started out beefing with China Brim, then he talking shit about 050 on Up for Debate, then he want to be on 050 platform. The nigga keep hitting me in the background, get my personal number, yo, peace, God. Yeah, I'll be down in North Carolina this time, God. I'll be this time, God. But every time I turn around, the other nigga said, you was the one popping shit about me, like you know me personally. And then the other nigga I'm beefing with, you said you was popping. Matter of fact, they ain't even said it. You said yourself on their platform that it was you who told them to stop fucking with niggas and this, that, and the third. So if you telling niggas to stop fucking with me, you bitch ass fucking Shrek looking ass nigga. If you telling niggas to stop fucking with me, nigga, why the fuck is you fucking with me on the background? Peace, Blanco, peace, God. This, that, and the third. That's why I told you, bitch ass, you was a funny nigga. And when Mac Mean tried to step in and intervene the situation, I said, all right, fuck it, Mac Mean. You really don't know the Up for Debate history. You really don't know all that. You just going off right now. You rock with old boy. All right, Mac Mean, I'm a dead situation. Not because Mac Mean hold any credibility to me. Not because I give a fuck about his fucking opinion. Just because he had the fucking respect enough to hit me out the blue and ask me to dead the situation. So I dead the situation. Then as soon as I turn around again, it's your bitch ass again. Hey, yo, nigga, I told you the first time, nigga, Blocko know how to throw his hands. I ain't worried about throwing my hands, playboy, you win or lose. But you's a big nigga. When I say it, I mean it. Word is bond. You know what word is bond mean. I give my life before my word should fail. Son, I will clap the living shit out of you, homie.
You ain't gonna need to do that.
But I know I don't, because it ain't that type of party with this nigga. But I'm just saying, you a snake. You are a snake, B. You worse than the 85%, my nigga. You the 10%. You a snake. That's how I feel about that nigga.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Yeah.
Right, Mecca. See, Mecca said right here. Mecca said she remember that. Mecca was in the middle of all of this. I did a show about this shit, but let me tell you, I give you some history. Me and Mecca was once on this show called Up for Debate. It's a nigga from Detroit. It's a nigga from Detroit.
Hillary. Shout out to Hillary.
Yeah, that's his name. It's a nigga from Detroit, right? Called himself Ozone O, right? He got a show called Up for Debate.
Up for Debate.
Right? So
Hillary.
Any fucking way, he was the nigga that was always talking shit about East Coast niggas. Sometimes he talks shit and sometimes he big niggas up. To the point you be like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga right here? So I started rocking with the nigga. I meet Mecca over there. This is 2-3 years ago. I meet Mecca over there and I meet New Jersey J over there. Right?
Not New Jersey J.
I mean, not New Jersey J. King of New Jersey.
Call that nigga fat fuck. Call him fat fuck.
I meet Bitch Boy. Over there, right?
Yeah.
Now, Bitch Boy came in the game talking shit about Unique Mecca Audio, 10 Toes Down, 050 the movement. This is I didn't even know who the fuck 050 the movement was. They was over there popping shit about 050 the movement to make me see like, yo, who the fuck is these niggas 050 the movement? That's how I even found out about it, China Brim. This is way before the Clash of the Titans, the first joint. This is when just him, Saladin, and fucking Harlem Legend. But anyway, this nigga always be in the mix of some shit. And then this is how I know you can't talk all that gangster shit and all that tough shit. I ain't got to know you, but character speaks a lot. You want one of them niggas in Jersey, nigga. The reason why I know this, because when a man checks you on something you say, especially a little old nigga like me, as big as you is, no freaky. When a man checks you about something you say and you can't stand on, yeah, I said it, son, and I meant it like this. The first thing your big ass go say is, oh, no, I didn't say that. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You's a bitch ass snake nigga, B. That's just your character, homie. That's how I see that nigga. Word.
Yeah. And your analysis is on point, sir.
That it don't take, I ain't no rocket scientist, but I judge niggas well, B. Nigga, when a man asks you, and you ain't come, yo, what was that about, son? I heard you said this, that, and the third. Oh, nah, I ain't say that. Okay, that's one incident. Oh, nah, the only reason I this, that, and the third, because, you know, I was just trying to look out for my nigga. Oh, okay, that's one incident. Then the very next incident, I watched you with my own eyes on camera say the shit. I hit your phone right then, not no DM or IG. I hit your personal number right there. Hey, yo, what the fuck is this shit right here, son? Oh, you trying to clown niggas, son? Oh, it's like that? Oh, nah, God. I. Oh, you ain't mean it like that? Then why you go say no freaky? Who the fuck say no freaky besides? Oh, nah, God. This is what your bitch ass said. You big 6 foot pussy ass, pillow blanket ass nigga. This is what you said. Oh, nah, God. I always say no freaky. Since when, nigga? Since when? That's how I know you's a bitch ass nigga. You can't even fucking stand up on the telephone, nigga. You can't stand on a telephone, or you can't stand on your square on the telephone. So how am I supposed to believe you can stand on your square in real life?
And be bodyguarding shit. You wasn't bodyguarding shit, nigga.
This nigga capping. And for the record, I'm the one who sent New Jersey J the shit. I ain't know Jay was gonna use it.
yeah.
I ain't know Jay was gonna use it. But this nigga is on the fucking online talk about he had beef with Whack 100. He checked Whack 100 or some type shit. I said that's the nigga to Jersey J. I'm like, yo, Jersey J, you see this shit? What the fuck?
Yeah, hold on. What? Oh, I went and looked at that shit, watched. I said, what the fuck? Oh, hell no.
Like I said, the Alpo Avengers. Yeah, that's what that whole channel is, the Alpo Avengers.
Oh, hell no. Nah, he can't get away with that. Hey, yo.
All right, let's get two. Go ahead. You got to go, nigga. Bounce.
Listen, I'm about to be out of here. Love y'all. Hey, Sonny, do your motherfucking thing, nigga. You do a great interview today, bro. Proud of you,
sir.
I'm proud to be. I'm proud to be in the circle here.
Appreciate you.
Proud to be amongst your company. Salute to you, Compa.
Talk.
You jive ass turkey. You stay away from the goddamn stove, Sizzle.
I forgot about that shit. Hey, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, you stay the fuck away from the stove. You go down to the Arabs
to go to the hospital.
You go down to the Arabs and get you a fish platter or something today. You stay the fuck away from the stove.
Nigga, we was literally begging this nigga to go to the hospital, B. I ain't never seen a shit like that.
For days, like 2 days.
This
nigga shit getting all pussed up and all type shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Compa, take your ass. Green Eyes. Shout out Green Eyes.
Your arm, nigga.
Shout out Green Eyes. Green Eyes got that nigga to the hospital.
Yeah, shout out to Green Eyes. Yeah, word. But yo, man, love y'all. Sonny, thanks for having me. Love you. I'm
yes, sir. Love you back, bro. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Word. Hey, yo, Compa, I forgot you burnt this shit out your arm, nigga. Nigga, your shit, did this shit go back right? Did it heal up right and all that?
Yo, that shit held up good. You can barely see that shit now, man. Look, OG.
Hey, yo, Compa, I forgot all that shit look good. Word, that shit look good. I forgot all about that shit, Compa.
Yo, that shit, that nigga fucking Clearwater was like, yo, Cobb, what the fuck? Yo.
There you go, Nari.
Shout out my sister Nari.
Nari said she want to pull up real quick. We got any more content creators, or we done with the content creators? Ain't nobody calling no more content creators names?
Shit, I gave Nari,
I dropped the link. Where you at, Nari? I dropped the link, mama. Oh, there you go. I see you.
Niggas said they wasn't even fucking with me. I'm not pulling up on the show. I don't want to
none of that until you go to the hospital. Word.
Go to the hospital.
Nigga, that shit was crazy. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Nari, what's good, mama?
Hey, big sis.
Is your mic going out?
Sunday.
There you go. Oh, you fading in and out, love.
Sometimes people just let.
Is it me or is she fading in and out? Or is that my shit? Y'all hear Nari?
Yeah, you going in and out, sis.
You going in and out, Nari. Let me drop you back down and pull back up. Hold on. See if that worked out. All right, now pull back up. Yeah, something's going on. You sounded like the Charlie Brown teacher. Nari, another great supporter, yo. Nari support who she support, and she rocks all the way out. But once you on her bad side, you on her bad side. I gotta respect it.
It's my motherfucking sis right there.
That woman, Louise, Nari. Indy 500, Nari.
Yeah.
Mecca, it was my mic? Oh, you saying it was Nari's mic? It was Nari's mic, yeah. But yeah, Compa, son, I told you a long time ago, Compa, I said, yo, you got this shit, nigga. Sometimes niggas was just pulling up at certain spots just because you was there. You got that type of personality and that type of energy, my nigga. You can make your show go a long way, son. That's a fact. You could, whatever you got to concentrate on, I don't know what it is. If I knew, I'd tell you. But whatever you got to concentrate on, whatever you got to buckle down on, when you find it and you know you found it, you go be, because you got a personality and a charisma like not too many on these streets, nigga. That's a fact.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. And I'm going to keep on pushing. Trust
me. Yeah, just keep pushing, my nigga. Nigga, I ain't never been on a ride this one, nigga, but I'm with my nigga Compa. We wilding out.
That way. Shout out my bro, Sonny Block.
What the fuck happened to Nari? Somebody she had something to add on.
It's about to say, where the hell big sis at?
Mac, what you doing, Mac? Come on up here, Mac. Cat, come on up here and pop your shit, Cat. I know you got a little red cup in your hand somewhere, Cat. I know it's a red cup in your hand somewhere.
Mac back. Let me
Niggas gonna be mad at us tonight, Compa.
Check.
All right, there she go. Hold on, there she go. Oh, this right here. Yeah, that's not read. There she go. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. There you go.
Hey guys, Sunny.
How you doing, Mama?
Compa, hello.
Hey.
I just wanted to add to like the whole formula of YouTube, being that I watch from a crafting perspective. And that community, it was a small community when I first got into it, but then I see that it's becoming bigger and it's a money maker, and it really is. It'll grow your income by a lot. Let me say that. You just got to pour your talent and your time and your energy into it. And if that's something that you have passion and love for, you're going to block everything off and focus on that. Compa, I think in order for you to grow on YouTube, you've got to learn to tune certain people out. People know how to press buttons, and when they realize what buttons they can press and get a reaction out of that person, that's what they're going to do. They will just do it in cycles, darling. And I think that you have the potential, and I agree with Sunny.
She hit the fucking darling. Hey, you gotta say that again. That motherfucker hit the darling like fucking Joan Rivers out this motherfucker. Easy. Say that shit
Well,
again,
you know, I'm a New Yorker, guys.
Yeah, we said darling. Hey.
But hey, Mecca, my sis, how are you? I learned that if I allowed certain individuals to pull me into certain conflicts that was going on with my baby China and my bros Harlem and Platinum, I did myself a disservice and I did them a disservice. That's why you see me take myself out of YouTube for a long time. I took myself out of YouTube. I still watched, I still listened. I just did not partake in the chat and pulling up on the panels because I'm not for the shit and shenanigans. For one, we all have a reputation. We all have family members, children, a spouse, a significant other, jobs that they tune into these things just off the strength of you saying you're supporting something. So you've got to be mindful of what you allow yourself to partake in, because at the end of the day, people are going to try you. And Compa, you've got to learn how to navigate through that. Not every smile is a nice smile, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, you see what 050 Kanan said? 050 Kanan said Compa can most definitely blow up on these YouTube streets.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly, Canon, my 050, bro. And I just want Compa to stay focused. Compa, I want you to stay focused. That's why I stopped pulling up, because I wasn't for the shenanigans. I wasn't for the disrespect. And I couldn't tell you or any other member or any other person that I have a bond with that you're being inappropriate. That's not right. You can't behave like that. I always have this belief. If someone hits me, no one has the right to tell me when and how to react.
That's a fact.
And that's why I can never
tell. You can't tell me how to react off your action. You can't tell.
Exactly.
All you know is that for every action there's a reaction. You can't judge my reaction. You can't judge my reaction.
And sometimes you got to leave some people where they're at, guys. Because them very people are basing their YouTube life off of what they think is going to get them to the next level. What worked for China, what works for Harlem, what works for 10 Toes Down, what works for those guys works for those guys. It's not the blueprint to everybody that's affiliated with them. Everybody has their own lane. Specialize in your lane. Bring good content of substance, and you're going to get those followers. It may take you a couple of steps. It may take you a little longer, but you get it out the mud authentically, and those people will stay.
Got you, sis.
And that's definitely a fact.
Who your favorite storyteller, Mecca?
OG Sonny Blanco was my favorite storyteller. You know what I'm saying? I named you that.
Right.
OG Sonny Blanco, my favorite storyteller. I told you, I named you that in the ad for the Bay TV. You know that.
That's a fact.
That's why I named you that at. You know, we met in person. We the same height. Now you a little bit taller though. You a little bit taller.
I ain't too much further. I ain't too much further.
Just a little.
Now we laughing now. I hold my shit well though. You know what I mean? I'm a fly nigga.
I'm little too. I'm only 5'3.5". Sonny, we had this conversation back on the morning show. This time last year, I'm only 5'3.5". I'm gonna keep my half.
Now, Reed, do you know that I did my first live with you?
You did? We did? Oh wow!
One to me, or you did my first or my second one? No, it's the first one. The traditional male traditional
man and woman. Yep, that was me up there with you.
Yep. And then my next one was the Michael Jackson versus Prince. You did my first.
Oh yeah, that's when I was mad at you for dissing my getting your bag over there. Oh! But that's good content, and that's content that I don't mind pulling up and indulging in and having a conversation with. I'm not with the episodes of the SMDs that's played out, and when men are using that for each other and against each other and towards women that don't and never said anything in a negative light to you, shame on you. I'm not going to get up there and I'm not going to perform because YouTube is not my lane, not in this aspect. You get what I'm saying? In the supporting every platform, and then when I get my platform, it won't be this kind. You guys are gonna be like, oh, she's a crafter. Well, because that's my specialty. That's my small business. That's where I make money. And to each his own. You want to come over, see what I'm dibbling dabbling in? I will always appreciate and want the support. Just like you guys always appreciate and want our support. I'm just not going to support up and down, back and forth. No, we got enough of that going on in real life. Why would we come to YouTube, a little getaway, to see the same behavior? And then you wonder why we, as a YouTube in this side of the community, can't get ahead. And then we start hating on each other. We start the backbiting. We start the pulling up in the back chats and creating havoc where havoc shouldn't have been created. It wasn't warranted. But little men do little things, guys.
Yo, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what happened now, Reed. You want me to tell you what my personal opinion what happened? Especially dealing with the 050 the movement, being that we all was associated with 050 the movement. It's like in any, it's like in
this the mud right here.
This the mud right here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's like in any organization or any movement. You got some people in a movement that may be closer to another person in that movement and may not rock with the other person in the movement, but because they're part of the movement, they have some type of cordial respect for that person. Once something falls out of line with the person that you may just have only cordial respect for, some may feel that, okay, the gloves is off and all hell breaks loose. That's why I learned from this shit. That's why I still support 050. I still support 10 Toes Down. I still watch Harlem Legends shit. I watch DJ Velo shit. There's only one nigga shit I don't watch right now. But the rest of these niggas shit, I still watch. You understand me? But I understood that a movement ain't for everybody.
Right.
Especially
you got
when
some
you got a
people
team
that
of
get
alpha
involved in the
males and alpha
movement.
females.
Right. But you got some people that involve themselves with their own hidden agendas. And that I will not, and I've spoken to China about this. I was very, very free and clear and let him know, you may have let that person be okay with you, but I'm going to always remember the slight that they did to the movement. I don't have to be on your platform to lash out. I don't have to be involved in the messiness behind backstage. But me subscribing or unsubscribing means a lot to me. And that's how I defend 050. And if I need to, when I want to, I'll pull up. But I was always told, when it comes to men, you let men handle men business.
Facts, though.
See,
and that's how I've always done that. And China has always let me know, your sis, you love us, we love you, you support, you stay in your lane, and we got this. We're the content creators. And I used to say, you know what, China, you're right. I'll pull up, be an addition when you need me to, or when I feel like it, or when I'm available. As long as you open up your arms and embrace me, I'm always going to be 050. I've never wavered. I've never done those things. I've always supported you, Sonny. I've always supported El Compa. I supported other platforms. But when I realized that certain things was happening and disconnects was involved, I had to stand on what side brought me into this. And China Brim is what I looked at when I first opened up to 050. And I got here through the way of Kwame Brown and Hassan Campbell. And I ended up on 050. And I've always stood on 050. Always. Because China
you was over there with
everybody.
Kwame and the niggas?
I wasn't over there like that. I just would listen to him and listen to the jewels that he would drop. And I would comment in the chat and say, stay firm on your mission.
I would have never met Nari if it wasn't for China. I would have never met you, OG Sonny Block. I would have never met nobody in the YouTube world if it wasn't for China. Never.
Like I said, I think I found my way to 050 through up for debate and fucking at the same time, fucking be King of New Jersey, BTV. They was popping shit about a new nigga named China Brim. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this new nigga they popping shit about? And I went over there. I watched the nigga platform about 2 or 3 shows. I ain't comment. I ain't say nothing. I just sat back and watched the platform. Then I watched the platform. I started coming like, yo, fuck, these niggas is alright. Oh, I see what it is. These niggas on the come up. And these niggas is scared. These niggas on the come up. So they over here popping shit about niggas because this nigga on the come up. And sure as shit, no freaky, the nigga came up. That's what that was.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is where we come from. We can't front.
And Hassan mentioned China's name. He said in 050 China Bremen. I was like, who's this 050?
Oh, you went out again now, Reed? Oh, is your mic muted? Oh, that's what happened. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, sorry, guys. So that's I was a not a follower or anything out of Kwame Brown. I just would like to listen to him. And then when I seen how hot and heavy, but he was a young, smart young man. He came from nothing, and people put a lot of pressure on a young NBA player. So let's move forward. Him and Hassan Campbell got into it. Hassan mentioned China Brim. And I kept on saying, who's this 050 China Brim? And who's this crazy man here yelling and screaming about this? So I go over to China's page. I see China in his work uniform and talking, wasn't talking nothing. Then I've seen one of his shows and I said, okay, they giving a jail perspective. Remember, I told y'all I have brothers that was, in the system like you guys, in and out for a long time. And I always wanted to get the inside perspective of guys that serve that kind of time in jail, because when you have family members, they just want to, is a past, leave it in the past. So I wanted a more better understanding of it. And China would talk about it and I would understand. And I say, you know what? This young man reminds me of two of my brothers. They are worthy of love. They are worthy of support. They are worthy of good conversation. And I'm learning something about what's going on inside those prisons. And none of our young Black men or women deserve that kind of treatment. You understand? And that's how I got into the 050. And then I got into the clown and then the funny and then the back and forth. And then when there were topics that I didn't understand, I listened for understanding. And see, that's another thing. A lot of these people get up on these platforms with these content creators just for a rumble of words with an individual. Let's bring content back. Everybody focus on the content that made them and see where it
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
You're not going to be able to collaborate. You need to be able to collaborate.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. That first class of the Titans was so fucking good and brought in so many fucking numbers.
It was different.
Everybody thought they could do that shit. And then after a while, when they started tuning into 050, that's all they wanted to hear was class of the type of content. You understand what I'm saying? But
because they didn't listen to China when China was
when he first started.
He's gonna always switch it up. He's always gonna switch it up. And if you can't get with the switch up, then you need to move on. He respects that. He's okay with that. But for the people that's okay with the journey and with the switch up and with the growth, then that means you're worthy of staying on. You get what I'm saying? Right. And he's worthy of continuing to bring the content. It's about growth. You can't stay stagnant in no phase of life. You get nowhere.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Stagnation gets you nowhere. There's a lot of niggas out here stagnated, babe. Stagnation gets you nowhere. You got to evolve out this motherfucker.
I thank God that, I'm going to be honest, I thank God for my bro. I thank God.
In the right way. I'm going to always support that. I'm not going to support that other stuff.
And what I told you, big sis, I said, when I finished, when me and you was driving, when me, you, we was sitting there, we was eating and we driving and we talking. I said, when I finish this jump off, when I get my show, I ain't doing none of that shit. That's not what I'm doing. I'm coming up here, I'm talking about shit. But it's like motherfuckers can't see a nigga do that. They want to start putting your name and shit in.
But you have the power to respond or not. Every call out does not warrant or deserve a response, especially when you're in your new development of growth, because you promised dark skin beauty that you was not going to be in nothing messy. You wanted to be on your positive vibe. We were supporting of that. And I told you, I will not support that other stuff. And I told you that. So that's why you have not seen me up there, because I'm the type of person, I'm going to stand on what I say, because if I continue to fall back, then that means that I'm encouraging that behavior, and I will not.
Hey, I'm not laughing at what you said, Dari. I'm only laughing because the way you said it. You told dark skin beauty, hey, Compa, that was like you being a little nephew or some shit, and you promised your two favorite aunties, hey, yo, I'd never do it again. Nah, nigga. You told Dari, and you told dark skin beauty, you was chilling.
We was out to dinner.
Where the fuck you go chill, nigga?
Look, tell the story. Tell the story, sis. Go ahead.
Me, you, and Darskin been vibing. We was always vibing. We talk on the phone. I come to New York. We hang out. We was enjoying each other. And I said, it's the three of us. We're gonna enjoy this personal space that we're sharing with each other. There's no hidden agendas. There is just love and trying to bond with people outside of your normal life. And it's okay to do that because you never know what journey those people can take you on. And you said after all that stuff went and it was settled, you was going to be a better person. You was going to work on your growth and you wanted to be more positive. And I held you to that. That's why I didn't pull up after one or two shows when I seen the back and forth and the this and the that. No, I'm not gonna partake in that. I'm not gonna entertain that because I'm not on that type of time.
And I 100% agree with you, and you damn sure did say that. But if you know, I ain't bother no goddamn motherfucking body. I ain't do no show on nobody. This is my anything I ever did to anybody. If you see your little bro go at anybody, you could 100. You don't gotta say 99.9, 100%. No, they did something to me. They got 3 strikes. It was the 3 strikes. That's what they got.
Like you just said, you can't judge a person's reaction. Just know it's a reaction coming.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you, sis. You know, you've been around me plenty of times. You know my character. You've been around me. You done been around me fucked up. We done drove for hours amongst. You see, I'm a very humble, cool, respectful, gentle man. Am I or am I not, big sis?
You are. Every time you've been around me, you was a humble man, you was a gentleman, you was respectable, but you do have another side to you when you're on YouTube. Because that's time for you to show out. Listen, that's time for you to show out and do your thing. All I'm saying is, this is all I'm saying. Everything and every poke should not be met with a response. Sometimes that's what people want. They want to see Compa turned up. They want to see Compa get in his bag.
To fight. That's what she's saying. You gotta know which battles. You gotta pick the battles to fight. You can't fight every battle. You gotta pick the battles to fight.
OG.
Because once they get you riled up, your numbers go up. They in the chat. Everybody's in the chat. Everybody's in the background with their little bit of pieces to say and their little bit of kindle they add into the fire or whatever. And then once that your platform is off, they run over to see the next person. When does it stop? When do you go back to your content, your authentic content that's going to get Compa to the next level? You should have been at 1,000 subscribers 1 month in, but you let yourself get pulled away in several different directions. You get what I'm saying, my love?
I hear you, big sis. I hear you 100%.
Don't admonish him too much in front of everybody. You dead right though. You dead right. You should have been there.
Look at Sonny.
Right.
Sonny keeps that platform. He keeps this platform relevant. He keeps it consistent, and he has substance. A couple of times he got in his bag, but he, as you mature, you learn to say what you got to say and let it go. If Sonny would have stayed on it, Sonny content wouldn't be what it is right now. It wouldn't have substance. He would be considered the dirty side of YouTube.
I don't bother no fucking body. I don't understand.
That's what I was about to say. To Compa's defense, first of all, along with being humble, along with being respectful, he wears hard on his sleeves. To his defense, he wears hard on his sleeves. And to his defense, he right. He don't say shit about a lot of motherfuckers. But to what you're saying, that's spot on. Is that even though you don't say shit to motherfuckers, you ain't starting it with motherfuckers. Motherfuckers know it's easy, no freaky to turn your buttons.
Yeah.
So, and they just trying to turn your buttons just to get that response out of you. They see it's like they say idle mind is the devil workshop, or it's like they say anytime they see you doing good, the devil try to pull you back. Niggas is seeing you trying to do something else. They don't want to see you try to do nothing else. Come in, nigga. All I gotta do is call this nigga name. Come in, nigga. Or now, with that said, even though you ain't starting nothing, even though you only defending yourself, you letting them niggas have control over you, because every time they call your name, you reacting. Nah, nigga, the best way to be like is fuck them niggas. Call my name all you want, nigga. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep going with what I gotta keep going with. That's why I say every now and then, like Nari just said, I'll let you know. I'm out my bag, y'all. This ain't my shit. I'm out my bag, but I feel the need to say what I'm gonna say. And once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. I say what I say. I'm done with it. Nigga. Talk all you want to talk. I said what the fuck I wanted to say, nigga. Talk all you want to talk. I'm done with it, B. Nigga, so you gotta be like, nigga, talk all you want to talk. I'm done with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because niggas is trying to control you, and niggas is in the background. Oh, I got this nigga Compa. When really all Compa doing is defending himself because niggas is popping shit. But at the same time, when you gotta flip the coin, son, a coin got heads and tails on every coin. On one side of this motherfucker, Compa defending himself. Or when you flip that bitch to tails, niggas is trying to be puppet masters and pull your strings. Don't let niggas control
that's
you,
all
my
I'm
G.
saying.
Don't
That's
let
all
niggas
I'm
control
saying.
you, my G.
Got you. And you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this here. I'm gonna tell y'all this here now. After this interview I do tonight, because I done got pulled into it again, man. Minding my fucking business.
I see.
Again. Minding my fucking business again, man. But let me tell you something. After tonight, I ain't gonna say
I hope
no
you
more.
focus on your content. I hope you bring the funny, joking with the real substance, the real what's going on in real life out here. It's so much going on out here right now. Everybody got enough content. If they paid attention to it, they got enough content to feed their families.
Yes, I know. So when I finish my shit tonight, sis, OG Sunny Block, I'm done. I don't give a fuck who say anything about it. I'm gonna leave it
Nah,
alone.
you know what, Compa? At the end of the day, Playboy, I fucks with you, so I'm a ride with you however you want to drive the car. But at the end of the day, it's like this, my nigga. You ain't gotta tell me. I ain't the one you gotta tell. Tell that shit to yourself and stand on it. You dig? Tell that shit to yourself and stand on it, B.
Got you.
Word.
You're right.
But like I said, I fucks with you genuinely, my nigga. So however you drive the car, I'm in the passenger side. I might fall asleep sometimes and jump in the back seat, but all you gotta do is holler my name. But all I'm telling you, don't worry about niggas with the bright lights on you and all on your bumper and all that, nigga. You put this shit in cruise control and you drive this motherfucker how you want to drive this motherfucker with. You heard?
I just want to know, OG Sunny Block. I just want to know, big sis. Like, okay, you know, I understand. You know, I jump out the window sometime and I be very disrespectful of somebody. Fuck. That's only because you fuck. But I want to know, like, if a motherfucker not bothering you, and I don't come on your page, and I don't block people. I don't this. I don't that. Like, why motherfuckers always got a problem with me? I don't come on my
because
page
they know if they put out bait, Compa's gonna bite it after so many
Niggas
times.
really
That's
ain't
like
got
that
no
bed that's
problem with
sleeping.
you.
Right,
Niggas trying to get
Sonny.
wreck off you, Comp.
Exactly. Don't be
Niggas
nobody's
trying to get
wreck.
wreck off you, Compa. Niggas really ain't got no problem with you. They trying to get wreck off you.
But they gonna get their boot smoked. So what are you doing? It's a difference if you picking with somebody who don't bother you, and you could come on your page and on your channel and smoke his boots, and he just but you.
But let me ask you this, Compa.
Can I ask
they
you
get their boots smoked. Let me just ask him this real quick, Miss Mecca. They get their boots smoked. At what cost? So nobody wants to come to your page because they don't want to hear and see that? Is that what Compa really wants? Let's think about that.
So nobody will come to my page because a motherfucker trying to smoke my boots.
No. Listen. You gave an example, and I'm just giving you a question with the example that you just gave me. You saying that people are talking and they do this and they pop shots and they take shots and all of that, and then when you arrive and you do address it, you smoke their boots. And I'm saying, after so many times of this person or these people continuously doing that, what does Compa lose at the end of the day when it comes to YouTube? You got one or two things: your subscribers and your content, right? That's what YouTube is based off of.
Let me give you an example.
What is it worth to you, Compa?
I'm gonna give.
Let me give you an example, then I'm gonna let Mecca have it. Let me give you an example, Comp. I'm gonna let you have it real quick, Mecca. It's like this, homie. Hopefully, when niggas come to my shit, I want niggas to be like, yo, what the fuck Sonny talking about today? Especially when I do my preloads. Yo, what the fuck Sonny go talk about today? I don't want niggas to come to my shit and be like, they know what the fuck I'm gonna be talking about. That's gonna stop niggas from coming to my shit. Now I put this on you. When you stay in these beefs, regardless of who you beefing with, regardless of who you popping shit about, regardless of who popping shit about you, niggas know you go pop shit. You know what I mean? So niggas is like, I'm tired of hearing this nigga pop shit. You know what I mean? I ain't coming back. So they don't even get the chance to hear you when you get on different type of shit, when you're on a different time, because they left a couple months ago, because a couple months ago, all they known you for was shooting a nigga down. You dig? Make a nigga be like, yo, what the fuck Compa go do today? However you make a nigga be, whatever your lane is, make a nigga be like, yo, what the fuck Compa go do today? All right, Mecca.
Compa, we've been having these discussions. I've been having these discussions with you for 2 years now, okay? Now, nobody is saying, even when it comes to me, nobody's saying you can't defend yourself, okay? Look how they come at me. You notice I don't respond to certain things, okay? Now, once you get disrespectful with it, okay, I'm going to address it. I'm going to. After that, I have nothing else to say about it because I said what I had to say, right? Now, you know how to cook. You know how to just naturally make people laugh. Naturally. Everything, even when it comes to smoking boots, it still doesn't have to be disrespectful for you to get your point across, if that makes sense. Do that make sense? That you don't have to be disrespectful to get your point across. Like I've been trying, you know, okay? I've been trying. Sonny will tell you, because I have had to clear up more stuff behind the scenes a lot of time. Mecca's going to keep it real. Mecca's going to keep it 100. Mecca's not going to say lie for no one. Mecca doesn't pick and choose, because to Mecca, right is right and wrong is wrong, and I don't care how cool me and you are. Matter of fact, the closer we are, the more I'm gonna get in your because we talk behind the scenes. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to stop letting these people that because you're the people champ. You're the people champ. So you're gonna have to stop letting people. I mean, look how they tried to make a mockery out of my story. None of that is true. I met Sonny Blanco in real life. He knows what I look like in real life. And it's none of that they describe. Okay? But you didn't see me getting up there, right? And getting mad. The only time I speak up is when they blatantly disrespects me. And I can't take it no more. For the most part, I come up here to enlighten and educate. That's why on my page, I started off with, let's learn ourselves. Are you the toxic individual in your relationship? This is why I started with that. So we can start looking at our own personalities, our own fault in it. Because a lot of people get up here and stir up stuff and then want to play the victim. When you're the aggressor. So El Compa, because you are the people champ, and you can be very big and great if you leave behind certain individuals, because everybody can't come. Everybody.
Let me say this. When I went through my little thing on here, Mecca, 2 people reached out to me. China, who gonna always reach out to me, and I'm gonna always reach out to him. And that man sitting up there, Sonny Blanco. Sonny called me early in the morning, and he said, no, he texted me, he texted me early in the morning, and he said, nah, don't you ever let nobody get you out your bag like that. Don't ever address that again. And I haven't. Now have I?
No, ma'am.
I know where I'm safe at on these YouTube streets.
Right.
I'm a grown woman. I hold my own. I don't put my nose in my business where it does not belong. And I know people will try to use Nairi to hurt certain individuals on YouTube. And if that means I had to fall back and watch at a distance to make sure that person does not use me, I had did that. And I will always do that before I let someone use me and my goodness and my positivity and what I bring to a YouTube platform against that content creator. I won't let that happen. I could have addressed many of things that was said to me directly, indirectly, subliminally. But what would I be doing? But Sonny, China reached out to me first that night. And Sonny reached out to me the next morning. And they both let me know. You don't belong in that arena. That's not your arena, sis. I said, no problem. But I had to address it. I could have gotten nasty. I could have turned up. I could have threw out idle threats and, well, not idle, but some real serious things. But I didn't because those two men put everything in perspective. Sonny could have said, oh, turn up, Nairi, but he didn't. Sonny knows me to some extent. And he said,
I tell you the truth, I was kind of mad at you. Word, I was kind of mad at you, man. This ain't you. You a queen in this sector that we call home. You one of the queens over here that we hold in high regard. Don't let nobody pull you out your bag like that.
And I respect it, and I learned, and I took it as a learning curve, and I use it.
But you know, Nairi, I always like communicating with you.
Always. I love talking to you as a big sister. I love talking. Right. We got so much experience and knowledge between all of us.
Right. And when we're up there and we're having positive conversations, it always turns out beautiful.
It's supposed to.
Sonny has hit me before and was like, yo, I understand why you did what you did, but when you went at XYZ, I didn't like that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I respected that, and I even told him, I said, I ain't mean to do that. I was on go already. So you know what I'm saying? So
right.
So
I forgot about that, man.
So you know, like people, they hit me, you know, like, and let me know, okay, you was right, but you went a little too far right there. You know, they you know,
you know the one thing I say about you, Mecca? The one thing I say about you, Mecca, I say, and you can ask any motherfucker this. I say, yo, listen, I know Mecca longer than a lot of y'all motherfuckers. I say, Mecca may talk her shit and she may get up under your nigga skin, but listen to this. When she say some shit, 9 times out of 10, it's truthful. When you take her there and she say some shit, 9 times out of 10, it's truthful, B. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Because I don't even want to do that. Even with what happened with the other person. Comp will tell you, they will tell you, I did not want to do that. I didn't want to bring that on YouTube. I don't feel anything that if we a family, a unit, right? And if I'm mad at Nairi, I need to talk to Nairi. I'm not going to bring it to you. I'm not going to bring it to YouTube.
Exactly.
Because once you bring it to YouTube and you make the first strike, because there's a New York City Mecca, and then you know there's a North Carolina Mecca. The New York.
I say the person. I say the person that brings it to YouTube and exposes something that happens in the back is looking for confirmation, and they're looking for a stamp of approval to bring it to YouTube. I'm not going to bring anything that happens in the back onto YouTube.
It's
not.
There's no need.
Hold on, 1 second.
In the background, it should end in the background.
This is all right. I'm glad you said that. Oh my gosh, big sis. Let me tell you something. Anybody I ever had an argument YouTube with, it started in the background. Let me say this here. Now. Let me say this here. I am for this one. I'm sorry to even say it like that, but for one reason, I'm kind of so glad that I'm computer illiterate. I don't know how to delete numbers. I don't know how to, none of that shit. Yeah, I don't. Boy, if I could tell you how many times, fuck what I say. I could tell you anything I want to say. I don't do this shit. See, I could be putting shit in and doing the voice. I don't do that pussy shit. I don't even know how to do that shit. But let me tell you one thing. I got a little computer savvy now. Yeah, I know how to do yeah, I know the stuff now. Let me tell you something. Ain't everybody I ever had a fucking argument with, Big Sis, OG Sonny Blanc, Art Mac. I said, keep the shit in the fucking background. Don't bring it to YouTube. I could show you texts on any fucking body. I told her that's on my mother's grave. And motherfuckers, yeah, let me shut my, that's what they did. That's what the fuck they did. They brought it to the damn tube. Let me tell you something. You think I be wanting to say the thing? I don't be wanting to say, but I'm a person. I tell you off the back. I'm calling you in the background. Boom, boom, boom. Don't bring it to YouTube. When you bring it to YouTube and you start being rude and disrespectful, I'm not them type of persons. Once you fucking what's the name me, I'm gonna everybody ain't the fucking same. I'm gonna violate you and every fucking thing you stand for.
Oh shit.
At me. I don't give a fuck who you are. Cause I ain't bother you.
Hey yo, let me say something real quick. And the only reason I'm saying this because Mecca said she wouldn't have never bought her, but never wanted to happen on YouTube. And she referred to the other person. So I'm gonna say this shit to the other person. I ain't gonna call your name, nigga, but the other person. If you would have hit me in the background when I was talking to you and you'd been like, hey, yo, Blocko, because you know when to do it. I'm gonna give you an example. Me and you was about to go live, but before you went live, me and you was in the back chat. You was about to set the 050 hat on fire. You said, Blocko, you might not want to be here right now. You still fuck with them niggas. You might not want to be here right now. I said, what you talking about, boy? You like, yeah, I'm about to set this shit on fire. I'm like, oh, yo, this nigga wild. So I ain't pull up that day. But you gave me warning. You gave me a heads up, no freaky. If you would have hit me in the background and been like, boy, listen, the broad was on my top, no freaky. Let's just say it played out like this. I don't know what's the truth, but let's just say it played out like this. If you would have told me, yo, the broad was on my top, no freaky, son, I signed papers and trying to take the broad to court, I wouldn't have said shit publicly. I would have told you personally how I felt about it, but I wouldn't have said shit publicly, and nobody would have known me and you had an issue. When you bought that shit on 10 toes down and proudly stood up and said, yeah, I did it, my nigga, that's when me and your issue come in right there. I give a fuck what I was told before about you, because you might have heard some shit about me, but I definitely heard some shit about you. That was some slime bullshit. I ain't never approached you about that or say shit about that. And if I ever did approach you about something, I kept it in the background, me and you talking. But since you had the nerve to go public, my nigga, and you know what we involved in, whether we active or non-active, you know what we involved in, when you know that's against the rules. So when you proudly go on a nigga's show and proudly stand up and be like, yeah, nigga, I did it, and think ain't nobody go check you on it, nigga, you in my lane now. And we don't rock like that. A statement is a statement. So since you did it publicly, my nigga, I addressed it publicly, my nigga. And I try to do it respectfully when I addressed it. I ain't call you out with your name and none of that shit into the last video I made about you. But not even the last video I made about you. I ain't call you out your name and no shit till I was on knowledge shit. And you was talking all this rah-rah about you, go pull up. But anyway, nigga, that's the only time I called you out your name. Other than that, I tried to handle you respectfully, nigga. But nigga, you did the bitch shit. All you had to do was tell Blocko, yo, look, Blocko, you about to hear some shit you don't want to hear, nigga, but I did it. And I would have stayed in the background. Fuck that nigga, though. It is what it is, nigga. It's fuck you while you living. It's fuck you when you dead. You heard? That's the only nigga I'm going to take it that far with on these YouTube streets. I don't even know you.
So I'm definitely saying that.
How Compa feel when Compa broke bread with you, then traveled the East Coast with you and all type shit, nigga. I don't even know you, nigga. Nigga, it's fuck you when you living. It's fuck you when you dead. That's how I feel about you. That's the only nigga on these YouTube streets. Because all you had to do was talk to Blocko. And we still would have had the relationship that we had, my nigga. Easy.
My thing is this, man. I don't understand why, if, you know, I sat and told you, broski, don't bring this shit to fucking YouTube, and you still bring it to YouTube. And we in the background talking, ain't a motherfucker. I get into you with you, OG Sonny Block. On my mother, nigga, I'm calling you in the background. I'm cursing you out. I got something to say to my big sister Nari. I hit it in the background. I come into no motherfucking YouTube to try to violate you or disrespect you to get numbers or anything. That's with anybody. Anybody I ever came in this YouTube world, I came in the background. And my fucking first thing I say, do not bring this shit to YouTube. We could curse each other out all we want in the background. We come on this YouTube, just act like nothing never happened. And then we go back, we take the shit back to how we go. Motherfuckers don't know how to do that. Motherfuckers do not know how to do that. So, when I come out, my skin, and I start being rude and disrespectful, you could take one thing to the bank. You could buy this for $1. A nigga or a motherfucker violate. I ain't never come up here and violate none of my sisters. None of them. We sit, we talk, we bug out and crack up background all day, every day, non-stop. Morning,
later
noon.
For that. Say my theme song. Say my theme song. Later for that. Say my theme song.
He said I wouldn't have run the world from coast to coast. Oh, you for the love. Have you seen her? Or her Mecadina? Oh. From the start. I can go to break us apart. Have you seen her? Hey, Mecadina. Hey, I said, oh, I love you, Mecadina. Don't play.
That nigga Compa, yeah. That nigga Compa got me tripping out here, dude. That nigga Compa. Hey, yo, good people. It's been beautiful. Blocko getting a little hungry.
Thank you for letting me pull up. You guys have a beautiful rest of your Sunday.
Word. Thank you, Nari. Those who pulled up, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Mecca, you already know we go back like flapjacks. Compa, you my nigga Compa. You already know. Double R. I appreciate you, Double R. That was a great story, my G. I appreciate you. Everybody who pulled. Hey, yo, let me talk to somebody while they're in the building. Rashida. You see me on Knowledge Born shit, this, that, and there. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that, Playgirl. I just be over there for the entertainment because I fuck with Knowledge. Personally, me and you ain't never had no issues. That's why if you see in the comments where they call your name, I don't never type shit. I don't never type shit because I ain't got no issue with you. I don't laugh at the jokes because I ain't got no issue with you. The nigga who I got issues with, when they call that nigga name, that's who I laugh at. That's who I type shit about. That's how I rock. You know what I mean? So just because you see me somewhere, and I know you know that already, because if you didn't know that, you wouldn't have pulled up and you wouldn't have been here. But just because you see me somewhere, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing, man. I ain't got no problems with you at all, regardless of where I be at and they calling your name. You dig? But I do fuck with son. You heard? So it is what it is. Salute. I thank you, Rashida, for pulling up. That's a fact.
Yo, OG Sonny Block. It was a clear black day, a dark blue night, when he woke up in the trap, nigga sucking his pipe. Now they come on YouTube, wanna talk his shit. When a nigga woke up, they was sucking his dick. I said, you woke up in the YouTube, sucking your dick, and you bust up in his face. You wanna talk your shit, you wanna talk about me and OOG, you better go about your way, sucking dick pussy. Hey!
Hey! Bum, 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 ba-do, do, 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 do. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. It's good. Yeah. You already know, mama. Word.
Bro.
Hey, yo, love you, love. Love you back, comp. You already know. Hey, yo, good people. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. You heard? Double R once again. Salute. China Brim. Salute. Compa. Salute. Nari. Salute. Mecca. Salute. And everybody in the chat. Y'all have a beautiful Sunday, man. Any day above ground is a beautiful day. You heard? Easy.